Andres, home of the Manila Metrostars. What we have just seen is the award-winning opening billboard of the MBA television coverages. Earlier today, Mr. Peter Musi, broadcast director of ABS-CBN MBA, received a plaque in behalf of ABS-CBN from the Fuji Television Network. This OBB bested 43 other international entries in the video category of the 28th FNS Title Fair to win the Excellence in Graphics Award. So special thanks to Mr. Bonbon Jimenez and the staff of Roadrunner Productions, which produced this OBB in state-of-the-art post-production facilities. And giving the ABS-CBN another reason to celebrate today is the Philippine National Basketball Association. Last night, it accorded ABS-CBN Studio 23 with a special award for its continued support and coverage of the BAP's programs in sports. Also awarded last night was the Metropolitan Basketball Association, represented by Commissioner Ramon Fernandez, for its continued development of basketball at the grassroots level. Other awardees included Coach Louis Alas of the Manila Metrostars. He was awarded National Coach of the Year, and Romel Ducol, also of the Manila Metrostars, who was accorded the award National Player of the Year. And so today, Coach Louis and Romel, together with the other Metrostars, will try to prove that they do deserve all the accolades that they have been receiving recently as they go up against the Cebu Gems in Game 6 of the MBA 99 National Finals right after this.
Aga mo ah. Bawi lang. Nasirano ka hapon eh. Sige. Oh, bakit?
Kunin natin sa Dr. si Lenlen.
Let's work together for clean air.
Kakataytayan ng kabayanihan, ang batayan ay paglilingkod. Paglilingkod din ang diwa nito. Pagtulong sa kapwa, pagdamay sa mga wala, pagkakatid ng kawang gawa. At sa pagbubukas ng loto, pagdudulot ng kaunlaran. Ang puso ng sweepstakes at loto ay para sa lahat ng Pilipino. Maglaro ng loto at magdamit ng daang-daang libong piso sa madaling mapanulo ng 4-digit game. At sa very exciting na 6-digit game, milyong-milyong piso sa Lotto 642. At mega-milyong mapapa sa inyo sa Mega Lotto 645.
Watch out for the 8 million peso PCSO draw on December 19. Tulong mo na, suwerte mo pa.
Mitchell outside on Tiveros, had a foot on the line. Never mind, it still goes in. Dondon Ontiveros has been Cebu's savior today. 30. Denied the three. Clock winding down. Compton fires off balance.
What a shot by Alex Compton.
8 seconds remaining. Compton gets it. 3 seconds to go. Throws up a wild pitch. And we are in overtime.
If it takes that much effort to beat us, then, you know, I think we're deserving of everything we have right now.
Siguro hindi na resistensya ang maglalaro nun. Kumbaga mind na lang eh. Sobrang pagod.
Sala mula sa 3-point range.
Yun.
Compton Ontiveros is unstoppable. Compton for a long one. It trickles out. Putback does not drop. The game is over. No, it's not over. The action is not over, rather. We are in to double overtime.
I said I would like to congratulate the boys, no, for putting up a gallant stand. Okay, it's just that towards the end, I think we were just too tired.
Double overtime. I mean, we battled, they battled. Both teams showed great heart. I can barely stand right now.
Wanted to win just one here in Cebu, and they got it. 135, 129, but they had to go through the ringer, double overtime.
Alex, something. We threw everything at him. You know, we threw everything at him. I think today, he just proved to us why he is the league's MVP. You know?
Compton left open for a triple. He makes it. We are tied at 102.
speed namin, iba ko doon sa bata. Lahat ng depensa ginagawa na namin, nag-go-cover na kami, nag-go-through na kami, nag-go-under na lahat. At birthday yata ni Gondo ngayon.
Almonte lost it outside Ontiveros. Fake the three. Step sideways. Yes! Oh, boy!
They played like champions today, and we played like champions. It just so happened that, you know, probably they were luckier than we were. Okay? And it's not over. It's not over. Yun lang gusto ko malaman. Malaman na lahat. It's not over. They still have to win one.
The eyes of a whole nation are on the events of tonight, and you're all very welcome to watch it. They are very welcome. They are, as a matter of fact, inside the Mail and More Arena for this 6th chapter in what has turned out to be a classic in any standard, for any standard. I'm Bob Navales together with Butch Maniego here at the Mail and More Gym for Manila versus Cebu, Game 6.
At yun nga, Bob, we're in an uncharted waters. The first time we're having a Game 6 in the National Finals. You have to remember, last year, natapos yan after 5 games. So ngayon taon, first time natin magkakaroon nga ng Game 6 sa ating MBA National Finals.
At damang-dama ng mga tao rito na Game 6 na nga at umiinit ang labanan. Of course, Manila is leading this series 3 games to 2. And a lot of things have to be considered coming into this ball game. Now, fortunes have switched from Manila to Cebu at ngayon bumabalik sa Manila na naman. Pero aalamin natin ngayon, 4 na mahalagang letter F na ininote ng aking kapartner na si Butch Maniego na kailangan nyo ring malaman ngayon. 4 na bagay ito, puro nagsisimula sa titik F.
At yan, malalaman nila yan pagkatapos itong mga ilang paalala.
Ayan yun, makikita nyo na po sa inyong TV. So, we move into these commercials and we'll get into the details right after these messages. Please stay there for more of the NBA National Finals right here, live.
Get advanced diesel technology that burns clean, boosting engine performance. Get a clean start on power. Get the Tron Diesel Max.
Tipid-bahid Patrol.
Boy, may bagong kilabot daw ang mga misis sa Cebu?
Napupusuan ng Cebu ang tipid-bahid Mr. Clean.
Doble ang malabhan sa Mr. Clean.
Saan ang mas marami ang nalalabhan?
Mr. Clean. Sa Mr. Clean, kahit limpak-limpak ng lalabhan ko, kaya yun. Madaling kusutin ang Mr. Clean.
Ano pa?
Matipid. Ako din. Ito na ang Mr. ko. The manner he talks, moves, the way he carries himself. Yung bang confident siya in doing his things sa work niya at sa game niya?
Mail and More Arena. This is the MBA National Finals for the year 1999. And right before we moved into those commercials, ay binanggit po namin ni Butch yung 4 na mahalagang letter F na yung dapat i-note para makarating dito sa larong ito. So, Butch, impisa na natin. First F, field goal shooting.
Oh, mahalaga yan dahil usually coaches will tell you that rebounds are the most important thing. But in this series so far, the team that has shot better from the field has won each game. And you can see the hot shooting. Both teams shooting or scoring at least 107 points a game. At 48% from the field on Manila, 47% on Cebu. And you can see the individual performances. Compton is shooting 54% overall from the field. And you have to consider that he doesn't shoot many layups. On the other hand, Mitchell hitting 26 points a game, 51% from the field. Talaga namang umiinit. At sabi nga ng isang headline sa Diaro, parang umiilaw parang Christmas tree ang mga scoreboard sa NBA.
Oo, ngayon dumako tayo dun sa ating next F, which is fouls. Mahalaga para sa larong ito, of course, for any ball game. Pero this series in particular has been noted with so much weight on the fouls, on the foul category, Butch.
Totoo yan, Bob. Dahil sa mga larong naganap, the team that has converted more free throws in each game has won each game. So that means getting the other team into foul trouble and getting their key players into foul trouble. We have to remember sa game number 4, nagwagi ang Cebu when Adukol and Camaso both fouled out of the game. So far, sa game 5 naman, natalo rin ang Cebu. Medyo kinapos ng si Wainwright, nag-foul out. So, ito ang mahalagang bagay itong fouls, and it's something that both coaches will have to keep
close tabs on during this ball game.
Now which leads us to the front line. Ito yung ating pangatlong F. A lot of emphasis on the front line of these two teams.
Oh, lalo sa Manila, Adukol and Camacho have been very, very productive in this series. And you can see the difference sa kanilang production kapag nananalo ang Manila at kapag sila'y natatalo. For Adukol, it's a huge 11-point drop kapag nagwawagi sila compared sa sila'y natatalo. And the numbers being put up by Camacho in this series really, really speaking volumes. It's a big role that he plays for Manila.
Now, these two teams know each other so well. Ano? Itong Manila, itong kanilang frontline. Dumako naman tayo sa Cebu. Natatapatan itong dalawang to, si Mitchell at si Wainwright, nung simula ng serye. Pero they have asserted themselves so well and have adjusted. And so far, tumatapat na sila.
And you can see that for Cebu, yung overall, yung kanilang frontline, yung performance, konti lang i-dip. Pero yung kanilang main producers, Mitchell and Wainwright, malaki yung ibinababa, combined 17 points sa kanilang mga losses. So you can see that when Manila does a good defensive job on Mitchell and Wainwright, the Gems have a hard time winning.
Now, item number 4 in our list, Butch, sa ating listahan ng mga F ay yung finishing kick.
Yes. Dahil nga mahalaga yung being able to be there at the end. For Manila, for example, in game number 5, medyo pinapush yung kanilang main stars dahil talagang hapong-hapo na si Adukol at si Compton. But fortunately for them, their second stringers, Fred Chiang, Jun Longalong, and Ceasar Brown each scored 5 points. So, towards the end. So yun, malaking naiangat para sa Manila. Samantalang sa Cebu, medyo ito si Mitchell at si Ontiveros na kumamada buong laro ay kinapos na sa bandang huli. So the finishing kick, very important. Teams must have something left for the final 2 minutes in order to determine the outcome of the game.
And now a look at our Budweiser buddies, the players whom we're going to keep track of throughout this ball game. Dito po sa magkabilang panig, Ontiveros and Mitchell for the Gems, Compton and Adukol for the Metrostars.
Well, you can see that scoring-wise talagang malulusog ang kanilang mga average. Pasok dito sa Game 6 ng ating national finals. Mitchell also averaging 15 points a game. Talaga, kung tatanungin mo, Bob, it seems like Mitchell is the key to this series, whether both coaches will admit it or not. If Mitchell gets off to a good start and dominates the inside, and then Manila will have to adjust the defense to allow that, to stop that, and that will allow the other Cebu Gems gunners to make their points, especially from long range.
And we're sure you're all eager to watch this ball game. It's all taking place right after these few messages pa. Kaya dyan lang po kayo.
Prepaid GSMs promise you low call rates, but on calls to landlines,
Calls I make most often.
they make you pay a high price.
Get real.
Even their off-peak rates are high.
That's history. So get smart.
Go for Smart Buddy. 8 pesos per minute regular calls, 4 pesos per minute gimmick hour calls, all in.
Another prepaid speak back.
Smart Buddy Prepaid GSM.
Knocks other prepaids out.
Gising na sa chocolatey goodness ng new Maggi Champurado. Magigising ka sa umuusok na sarap ng champurado. May rico cocoa at creamy milk. Tsokolating tsokolate. New Maggi Champurado. Iduduyan ka sa sarap.
To find out if Motolite can withstand excessive vibration, you'll test it with a jackhammer. Galit yan! Yun!
It's designed for the worst road conditions.
Start!
Matinding torture to.
Aandar pa kaya yan?
Let's see!
Kaya pa rin imported yan? Überzeugend! Convincing daw! Motolite battery, pang matagalan.
Mommy.
starting lineups have been announced for both camps. Manila Metrostars against the Cebu Gems. This is Game 6. And we are playing it here at the Mail and More Arena on the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. Bob Naval is here with Butch Maniego for this MBA National Final.
At ito nga yung ating magtatapat-tapat, ika nga, sa ating larong ito. In the backcourt and the front line. And if you notice, there's somebody conspicuously missing from the starting lineup of Cebu. And that's Rob Wainwright. And I'm sure shortly, Ira Panganiban will give us an update on Wainwright.
And we're quite positive as to that development na ibabalita ni Ira. Demape drop pass to Adukol, and he scores. And let's listen in now to Ira Panganiban at sasabihin niya kung bakit wala si Rob Wainwright.
Okay, Bob Butch, si Rob Wainwright, medyo kung napapansin nyo, wala. He is not playing. He is down with a high fever. Ito yung sinabi sa akin ni Coach Tonichi Ituri. And maybe, just maybe, this may give the Cebu Gems a good break. This may go two ways for Cebu. Number one, this may serve as a motivation dun sa mga ibang members ng Gems so that they will step up and win this game. Or this may cause them to miss him and play their regular intensity. Para sa Manila naman, maaaring maging overconfident sila dahil kulang nga si Rob Wainwright and lose the game. Or they might see the opportunity and go for the jugular tonight. Let's go back to you, Bob Butch.
Well, a lot of possibilities based on what Ira just mentioned, yung pagkawala ni Rob Wainwright. Now, this could fire up the Gems. That is one very important possibility na ma-exploit sana ng Cebu if that is possible.
Although malaking kawalan nga yan, Bob. But Tonichi Ituri, at least, I'm sure he was able to come up with a game plan to capitalize somehow, if they can, yung absence nga nitong si Wainwright. Well, that's also one less player who probably needs the ball to score. Meanwhile, Mitchell missing the first free throw. There's Ceasar Brown. He fished a foul of Adukol. At sabi nga natin, mahalaga yung foul trouble. Kailangan na antabayan natin yan.
Officials for this ballgame, Jong Nicolas, Pat Vanilla, and Arman Buenaventura. Barely a minute gone by. 2-1 is the score for the home team.
Almonte being tasked to guard Compton.
Compton slicing the middle over to Adukol. Another layup for the big guy.
And Adukol starting out very aggressive on offense. Mukhang gusto rin niyang makatingin ng mga foul itong si Mitchell.
Mitchell going through the middle and missing. And now over to the other side. Alex Compton pops one, misses. Taken by De La Rosa. He goes under everybody to the baseline. And there's a foul on Stephen Padilla.
Padilla has also been a revelation in this series.
Take a look at this assist brought to you by DHL. Every second counts. Compton to Adukol. All season long, they've been doing that.
At medyo napabayaan ni Gamboa, who's been given first crack at trying to stop Rommel Adukol.
In this series, the first two games were taken by the Metrostars, next two by the Gems, and the fifth one, which was decided in double overtime, ultimately went to Manila. Padilla missing that layup, Cebu being a little shaky at the stretch. And now let's listen in to the Ira Panganiban's partner on the other side of the floor, Pia Gonzalez, with her update on the Metrostars.
Yes, Bob, iniisip na ng marami na mananalo na ang Metrostars ng championship ngayong gabi. Pero ayaw ni Coach Louie Alas na makisali ang kanyang mga malalaro sa ganitong klaseng usapan. Sa halip sabi niya, i-focus dapat nila ang kanilang mga energy at ang kanilang atensyon sa pag-maintain ang controlled aggression na nagdala sa kanila sa 3-2 dito sa seryeng ito. Ayon kay Coach Louie, naniniwala siya that today's game will be decided by their ability to play as a team. He told his boys that the Metrostars are good when Alex, Rommel, Ibet, and Don play well, but they are excellent when the rest of the team contributes as in Game 5. So let's see whether they can rise to the challenge. Bob?
Thanks, Pia. Samantala, mad scramble for possession resulting in a held ball. Mapupunta sa Metrostars ang bola. Demape losing it as he made his way inside. Here's Ontiveros, now on the front court. Binigyan lugar ni Mitchell. Takes a jumper, and he misses. Taken away by Gamboa. Over, and he misses also, but he gets a foul.
At slam bang action mula sa umpisa ng labang ito, as we expected.
First personal called on Alex Compton.
Naman sinabi sa atin kanina ating production director na si Paul Marquez that the teams that have led after halftime in each game has gone on to win the game. So talagang alam na ngayon ng bawat kupunan na napakahalaga to get off to a good start.
And that is true for these two teams for the whole of the playoffs. Kahit na sino kalaban nila, Butch. paglamang ng halftime, tumutuloy-tuloy sa panalo.
And Mitchell coming up with a great second effort there. Nasupalpal na siya nung unang pagkakataon pero nakuha pa rin yung bola and cuts the lead of Manila to 1 point.
Minute and a half gone in the ball game. Here's Demape.
We're trying to post up the smaller Stephen Padilla.
And there's a whistle.
At obvious tuloy na hindi yun ang laro ni Demape.
Naninibago as we watch a strong move brought to you by Colt 45. There's Matt Mitchell.
What a pretty move inside by Mitchell.
And it's 4-3 for the Metrostars. Padilla at the backcourt. Iniwanan si Demape. And in front of him is Aducol. He passes behind to Mitchell. The Gems staying at one flank and Padilla tries a three. It's short. Here's Alex Compton on the front court. Well, they're giving him room. Compton over to the corner. De La Rosa, Demape. Camaso shakes off. Mitchell goes for the layup and misses. Mitchell with the rebound.
He probably should have passed off to Aducol, who was really wide open inside.
And over on the other side, Padilla is in a hurry. Gamboa takes some time before he missed the shot.
And Compton's trying everything. He's passing off and now he's even rebounding.
Demape over to Camaso. He misses the layup. Misses the follow-up also.
A bit tentative itong si Camaso sa kanyang huling dalawang tira.
Well, the yelling hasn't subsided here at the Mail and More Gym, and Padilla cannot get a bailout on that shot. Almonte does.
But Almonte taking Camaso out of position that time.
And the lead is with Cebu now at 5-4. Padilla putting some pressure on Demape at the backcourt. Here's Compton. His pass to Aducol. Gamboa trying to overplay Aducol on one side. Aducol misses the turnaround shot.
He was angled off beautifully by Gamboa in that last sequence.
Stephen Padilla signaling play. Here's Almonte over to Matt Mitchell. Mitchell drawing out Aducol. Gamboa with a drive to Almonte for two.
So it's the unheralded players of Cebu that are conspiring to give them the lead at this stage.
7-4, 7.5 remaining in the first quarter. This is game 6. If Manila wins this, it's over. Meanwhile, De La Rosa gives it back to Camaso. Jump shot off.
Camaso has been a bit shaky on the offensive end. At this stage, I think he's missed 4 or 5 shots.
Meanwhile, we hardly heard the whistle of that loose ball foul as we watch this DHL assist. Every second counts. That over-the-back foul was called on Arnold Gamboa. Here's Alex Compton. Katapat niya ngayon si Whitey Almonte. And they're giving him the isolation. Let's see what Alex can do. Stops and jumps and hits it. Tito Atienza, mayor of the city of Manila, looking on and enjoying it.
I'm sure he's very happy with the big turnout here today.
Manila ending a 3.5-minute scoreless run. Jump shot from the side for Dondon Ontiveros and it trickles in.
And he gives Cebu another 3-point lead. Alam mo, dapat Bob, antabayanan din natin sa larong ito yung mga defensang ini-employ ng bawat team. Kasi it's very interesting, Manila is being forced to slow things down.
That's true, as Alex Compton missing it from outside. Ontiveros has it. He's coming off a 45-point performance in Game 5. Matt Mitchell coming in close, losing the ball. But the Cebu Gems recover.
9 on the shot clock.
Stephen Padilla over to Mike Almonte, firing it from outside. Wala. Camaso pinitas ang bola sa ere. And now on the front court, here's Gilbert Demape. Getting inside with a floater. Yes!
Catching Cebu's defense by surprise. And Mitchell is already asking to be pulled out because he seems winded. Yun nga ang problema dito kay Mitchell actually is the fact that he cannot seem to stay for very long in the court.
Meanwhile, De La Rosa, too aggressive on that defense, called for a foul. Metrostars now with 4 team fouls, and we have a timeout. We'll be right back.
Cebu Gems! The 1999 MBA National Finals is brought to you by Jollibee.
Love na love ni Ceasar ang Jollibee lang hapsarap value meals. Walang katapat sa sulit at sarap. Dito sa Jollibee si Ceasar maginoo pero medyo
Garment made of 100% super cone cotton.
Mobilite battery, ang bateryang matagalan.
Oh, we are catching sight of a lot of sights here. And so is our director, Al Neri.
Alam mo na, pwede talagang asahan si Direk Alneri pag sa larangan ng paghahanap ng magandang tanawin sa loob ng kahit na anong stadium.
Oh, maaasahan. And we are at 9-8 in favor of the Cebu Gems. A little under 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Dondon Ontiveros jumps one. Wala. Natapik ang bola. It goes to Arnold Gamboa for the layup. Off. Ball contested at the corner outside for the Cebu Gems.
And you can see the intensity by which both players of both teams are playing this ball game.
Well, nobody would want to let up in this ball game, I'm sure. Manila would not want to go or to let go of this and let it slip into a game 7 kahit na meron silang parang comfort zone, lamang sila ng isa. Pagka isa sa isa na lang ang labanan, Butch, medyo mahirap na tumugal, ika nga.
Aduko with a nice block on Gamboa. By the way, during that last break, pumasok na si Jan Montalvo para kay Matt Mitchell.
And now a look at the candidates for Hard Deflex King of the Boards. Matt Mitchell on one side, Romel Adukol on the other. Adukol with a drop pass to Demape. Excellent dish by the field marshal. Metrostars back in the driver's seat. Under 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Padilla given room to shoot and he nails it.
Lagi sa pen sa mga mahalaga para sa Cebu ngayong gabing ito. They need their outside shots to fall, especially now kapag si Mitchell ay nakaupo. They will have a tendency to go to the outside more.
12-10 for the Gems. Demape slicing the middle and missing that layup. Padilla could not grab hold of that ball.
Well, parang si Romel Adukol, medyo nauna yung talon sa lundag.
But the ball stays with the Metrostars now after that turnover by Padilla. Camaso with a handoff now to Demape. Padilla telling Demape to go to the baseline. Demape fires one. Mintis at kinuha ni Gamboa ang rebound. Here comes Stephen Padilla on the front court for the Gems. Lobs it down to Arnold Gamboa. Gamboa moving in against Adukol. Challenges him and gets it done.
So Arnold Gamboa has played against Adukol for most of the 2 years he has played in the MBA. So medyo familiar na siya at hindi na siya natatakot gaano kay Romel kahit nabutata pa siya kanina.
Gamboa is a mid-season acquisition of the Gems, formerly of the Batangas Blades. Pasa ni Adukol for Camaso, too tight, and Padilla on the other side for the Gems. Challenges Demape. Short on that shot. It goes to Don Camaso. Over with a drop pass to De La Rosa for the layup. And the Metrostars have been having that kind of a shot for quite a while now, Butch.
Maraming silang pagkakataon lumiap at pinagsasamantalahan nila ito. Kind of a low-scoring ball game by MBA standards.
That's true. 3 minutes and 13 remaining in the first quarter. And the score is still 14-12. Meanwhile, a foul has been called. Offensive foul, no? It's a foul on Ruben De La Rosa, despite the theatrics afterwards. 3-point shot by Stephen Padilla, brought to you by PCSO.
At biglang nagbalasa ng tao si Coach Louie Alas here in the early going. Freche Ang, Jun Longalong, and Senior Brown coming in early.
And a timeout to boot. We'll be right back for more of this NBA National Final in just a while.
Jeans, a legend on its own.
Watch out for the Celtic star player at the end of this game.
Free throw is about to be awarded to Dondon Ontiveros, and we are fully packed here at the Mail and More Gym in San Andres, Manila. I have a strange feeling na putulan na lang ng ulo, sardinas na tayo. And Jun Longalong is called for a foul there, also a technical.
Well, let's see this.
As we take a look first as this fast break brought to you by FedEx, we live to deliver. Well, Jun Longalong was caught for his second motion there. He was called for a technical. So that gives a bonus free throw to Dondon Ontiveros, who was there anyways.
You can see the numbers being put up by Dondon in this series. No wonder everybody wants a part of Dondon.
For the whole of Dondon. And Louis Alas looking on, Coach of the Year for the MBA.
Punong-puno na siguro ang kanyang cabinet ng mga tropeo.
Oh yes, not to mention other people's cabinets na siyang nagpapanalo. 16-12 for Cebu. 3 minutes remaining.
Interesting that Manila is using Ceasar Brown at the point.
Hustle by Mike Almonte over to the other side for the layup.
And Almonte has 6 points aside from playing excellent defense on Alex Compton. He's the disruptor of the play for Manila.
6-point lead for Cebu, biggest lead in the ballgame so far. Don Camaso passed to no one.
By the way, Mitchell is back in the ballgame.
Camaso firing one in front of Mitchell and he misses. Kuha ni Montalvo ang bola but meron foul. And we take a look first at this fast break brought to you by FedEx. We live to deliver.
And this is pure hustle on the part of Almonte to break up the play and then complete the fast break.
Back there, a foul was called on Dondon Ontiveros. Richard Callao is in the ballgame for the Gems.
And he's going to pick up Jun Longalong.
Ceasar Brown's pass to Compton too far ahead.
We can see that Ceasar Brown is doing his best to try and pitch in, help out sa point guard situation ng Manila. Pero obvious na hindi yun ang kanyang natural na posisyon.
Over on the other side, there's Mitchell. Down to Richard Callao. Pasa sa likuran, Stephen Padilla nailed the three earlier from way out. He misses.
Might not have been a advisable attempt.
They could have felt good about that shot anyway. Kaya lang, ayaw. Compton looking for room to shoot. He does inside. Just barely, but he missed. Here comes Padilla now in the front court. Montalvo asking for it. Pinasa sa gilid. There's Mitchell. Mitchell. Barreling forward, slamming it! Wow, that was angry.
Galit na galit yung mama.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. 20-12 for the Gems.
That stunned the Manila crowd here.
Longalong trying to get inside. Drop pass. Goes to Brown.
But everybody here is still shaking their head at what Mitchell did earlier.
Oh boy. That was mean. Umuusok pa eh. And now Padilla going around the block. Running shot. Yes!
Padilla also having a good first quarter. 5 points so far for Stephen Padilla.
On steals, Cebu has 4 against Manila's none. And on turnovers, Manila has had 7 against Cebu's 1. Compton from outside. Off to the right.
Well, that's one thing that Almonte must be wary of. Compton will take the shot
at any given time. And Don Camaso has a decent shot also from medium range. That one goes in.
Treche ang really working over Padilla.
6-point lead for the Gems. Half a minute remaining in the quarter. Mitchell staying at the flank. Stephen Padilla down to Callao. Montalvo traveled.
Lifted his pivot foot.
And this strong move. Can we underscore that 3 times? Strong move, strong move, strong move. Is brought to you by Colt 45. You know, it looks a lot better from here. Alex Compton looking for Romel Aducol underneath. Lumabas si Aducol para hingin yung bola. Aducol against Montalvo. Game clock ticking down. Natapik ang bola. Mitchell has 5 seconds. Down to Almonte for the reverse. Wala, tip in by Mitchell. And it happens to be the last shot of the quarter. First period ends. Cebu Gems up 23-16. This is the MBA National Finals Game 6. And it continues right after these.
Sa Jollibee, may bagong hit. Jollibee Hot Dog on a Stick. Langhap sarap na fantastic. Jollibee Hot Dog on a Stick. I-target nyo na bago mawala.
May hipon kang lakas, may lubog kang galing, may binuo kang pagsasama na di may hambing. Ngayon sa bagong siglo, sabay nating harapin, anuman ang pagsubok, sabay nating tubuin. Lagi makakaya, basta't ika'y kasama, sarap maging barkada, wala'y di makakaya, sarap maging barkada, San Miguel.
Noon, ngayon, kahit kailan, wala pa rin sasarap sa ating samahan.
Ang batayan ay paglilingkod. Paglilingkod din ang diwa nito. Pagtulong sa kapwa, pagdamay sa mga wala, pagkakatid ng kawang gawa. At sa pagbubukas ng loto, pagdudulot ng kaunlaran. Ang puso ng sweepstakes at loto ay para sa lahat ng Pilipino. Maglaro ng loto at magkamit ng daang-daang libong piso sa madaling mapanulo ng 4-digit game. At sa
Mobilite Battery, ang bateryang pangmatagalan. Hartman, the MBA Under Fashion, the only undergarment made of 100% super comb cotton.
You are watching the MBA on Studio 23, the People's Television Network, and on the Filipino channel worldwide. Meanwhile, a miss by the Metrostars as we open the second quarter.
It's an 8-point ball game. Cebu is on top.
Mitchell with a drop pass. Almonte clawing from inside and hitting it.
First quarter numbers we have here. Manila out-rebounding Cebu 19-13, but Cebu with a slight edge in field goal percentage. At sa turnovers din, nakakadalawa lamang ang Cebu, 8 na sa Manila.
Back there, Jean-Henry Luiller applauding that effort by Almonte. Of course, Luiller owns the Cebu Gems franchise, and his dad, Philip Luiller, also here.
So throwing their full support behind their team, the Cebu Gems.
That's him on the TV screens, Mr. Philip Luiller. Also an ambassador, as I could recall. Hindi ko lang maalala kung saan.
Kami ambassador of goodwill lang.
Ambassador at sa window. Ang corny ko. Meanwhile, Matt Mitchell over to Manigo, who's in the ball game with Almonte, Calyao. Calyao missing that jumper, and Montalvo and Mitchell completing the lineup for the Gems. Meanwhile, for the Metrostars, there's Compton, Camaso, Aducol, Brown, and Demape.
Dahil medyo naiwan ang Manila ng Cebu, ay napilitan si Louie Alas na ibalik ang kanyang mga alas ng mas maaga.
Meanwhile, Mitchell, the slam dunk champion of this year, with a foul off the slam dunk champion of last year, Don Camaso.
Mukhang si Camaso merong I think na balak sa huling tira niya.
An axe to grind. As we take a look at Eric Menk, you know him, of course. You're all welcome here. As Seb Sarmento would say, everybody's welcome. And Coach Eric Altamirano, of course, too, of the PBA. Kamusta, Coach? Well, Camaso thought he was going to miss that shot.
Actually, nakakausap tayo si Eric na medyo mahaba-haba. Nakita kami yata sa Green Hill. Hindi ako nagkakamali.
Hindi na maalala.
Actually, the place to be, because that's why I see most of the players actually during this season.
Well, listen, everybody there this season. Kaya hirap magpumarada.
Totoo yan.
Jan Montalvo with a jump shot.
At alam nung hindi niya sinasadya yung pagkakabanda, pero ganun pa rin ang resulta, 10 ang lamang ng Cebu.
28-18, we are in the second period of this classic Game 6. Don Camaso,
that's
goaltending on Matt Mitchell. This is beginning to be a personal duel between Mitchell and Camaso. And we're not just talking about slam dunks. Meanwhile, Bert Lina of the Laguna Lakers and Noel Carino of the Pasig Rizal Pirates, ownership both here in the NBA.
Two teams playing in the South Luzon Division, along of course with San Juan
and Batangas. And a turnover by the Gems. And let's listen in now to Ira Panganiban, who'll tell us about the Gems.
Okay, speaking of stepping up, itong Gems, nakikita nyo na yung pagkawala ni Rob Wainwright has given them something to move on about. Ang isa sa pinaka-nakita natin at napansin natin nag-step up na performance dito, kanina ng buong first quarter, itong si Whitey Almonte. Kita mo nyo naman, yung nawawala sa gagawin ni Rob Wainwright, mukhang siyang bumibigay sa kasalukuyan. Let's go back to you, Bob Butch.
Meanwhile, back there, as Ira was speaking, Tonichi Ituri was assessed a technical foul. So Alex Compton will go to the free throw line to take one for the Metrostars.
I'm not sure what set Ituri off, but it must have been really important.
And Alex Compton missed a free throw. That is news, Butch.
Oo, totoo yan. And there's Mikey Almonte, or Whitey Almonte. Ang ganda na kanya nilaro sa first quarter.
And the Gems hoping to get more out of him throughout this ball game. 28-20 for Cebu. Demape against Manigo. Over to Romel Adukul. Adukul against Calyao. Calyao giving up a lot of inches in height there. Adukul nails the shot, but that shot is nullified. There's a foul as he was making his move downstairs.
Well, medyo mismatch yan. I don't know why Calyao is being forced to guard Adukul at this stage.
And the Metrostars, sensing this, would like to give it to Adukul more often than not now. There's Compton again looking for Adukul. Adukul making his move, drop pass, and Camaso for the layup. Plus a foul.
And now the interior passing of Manila coming into 4.
Jan Montalvo was called for that foul in this play. And a strong move brought to you by Colt 45, the strong one.
And he cuts the lead to 6. Itong si Camaso.
The Manila crowd cheering on every basket made by the Metrostars, and who would 28-23. Gems up, 9.5 remaining in the second period. Montalvo had the shot, but paused for a while. Pinasa kay Manigo sa likod. Mintis yung tira. It goes to Camaso. Now on a fast break for the Metrostars. Demape losing it. Saves it from the baseline. It goes to Compton. Yan ang hassle. Samantala, Demape zigzagging into the paint. Missing the layup. Agaw pa rin na Demape. It goes out. Last touch, he gave it. Meanwhile, Arnold Gamboa replacing Jan Montalvo on the Gems lineup.
Itong larong ito, Bob, mukhang tunay na pagsubok ng pagkalalaki ng lahat ng player dito.
At dumarami na rin ang nagiging bunot sa mga player na to sa kakakaskas nila sa sahig. And Don Camaso is the leading rebounder of the ball game with 8 so far. Hardiflex king of the boards, leading candidate. Manigo at the backcourt.
What's important for Cebu right now is that they must maintain their momentum. Ontiveros has been pretty much kept in check in this ballgame so far.
Demape is on Don Ontiveros. Pinasa kay Manigo. Manigo drop pass to Gamboa. Wanted the glass there, but had only a bit of it. Brown for the rebound for the Metrostars. Here's Don Camaso challenging Gamboa. Missing the layup. even the follow-up. Agawang buko sa ilalim, tumilapon si Camaso, at Ducol ultimately keeping it in.
Looks like Cebu needs a timeout. The lead is down to 3.
Well, the gangbusters of Cebu at the paint are having trouble with Ducol and Camaso, and now it seems a technical is going to be assessed on the Gems again. It is a 7-0 run by the Metrostars. No, it's going to be a double technical on Calyao and Ducol. These technicals will cancel each other out.
And I'm sure Cebu got the better end of that.
So that means Ducol will have to watch himself again. He's been sent out at least twice in this season for 2 technicals of the same nature. Cebu Gems with a 3-point lead, and we have a timeout. We'll be right back.
30-second timeout, Cebu Gems. The 1999 MBA National Finals is brought to you by Jollibee.
Gustong-gusto ni Maria ang Jollibee lang half-sarap value meals. Walang katapat sa sulit at sarap. Dito sa Jollibee, walang ayaw si Maria.
Correct ka dyan. Jollibee ang lahat sarap. May masusulit pa ba sa Jollibee?
Welcome back to the Mail and More Arena.
Watch out for the Celtics star player at the end of this game.
And more of the faces, hindi tayo mauubusan ngayon. I'm quite sure of that. There's Asunta De Rossi, celebrity, over.
Kala ko, kilala mo lahat.
Di naman. 28-25, lamang ang Cebu Gems, 8.5 remaining in the second period. Manila has a 3-2 lead in this series.
Remember what we told you, each team that has led at halftime has won the game. So it's going to be very important to be ahead at the 24-minute mark.
Ontiveros, halos manakawan, Demape, naligaw yung bola sa labas outside para sa Cebu.
And nice to see some of our sports writer friends here. Also, from the leading dailies in the country.
Matagal din natin hindi nakita. In fact, samantala, an offensive foul is called against Richard Calyao. Two personals on Richard Calyao. Gems lead still at 3. Gilbert Demape.
Well, it was high as at 10 points.
Demape against Manigo. Ducol popping out. Still with Gilbert Demape. Drop pass to Romel Ducol. He's ganged upon. And a foul has been called.
Could go against Gamboa. Yes, it does go against Gamboa. Although Louis Alas was hoping it would go against Mitchell.
Giovanni Pineda has been activated on the Gems lineup because of the sudden disappearance of Rob Wainwright, who is down with the flu.
Oh, paliwanag na rin ba? Isipin na, kinidnap.
Sudden disappearance, nagka-trangkaso. Ngayon pa, no, what a time to get it. Samantala, let's listen in now, or let's look into now Ira Panganiban na merong kausap dyan na bisita niya. Sige, Ira, pakilala mo na sa atin.
Okay, ito yung dahilan kung bakit tinatawag ako Master Guapo. Kunyari lang yun. Si Miss Tina Vasquez, sa Marketing Services Manager ng Basic Advertising. Ma'am, itong Master Guapo, ano ba yung balak natin para sa mga Master Guapo for this Christmas and for the rest of the year?
Okay, Ira, good afternoon. Meron tayong Master Guapo Pack na for Christmas, special pack to, which is this one. It contains the Master Facial Cleanser and Master Deodorant.
Okay.
And for every purchase, they get savings. So it's available now in supermarkets and groceries nationwide.
Okay, thank you very much. Mamaya, papamigay din natin yan, ano?
Sa'yo to.
Okay, kita mo? Sabi sa inyo, Master Guapo ako eh. Bob, Butch, balik na sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Ira. Sabi mo kanina, hindi mo kailangan magpagwapo. Okay, maraming salamat, Miss Vasquez. And of course, Ira. Samantala, the Gems missing. The Metrostars, by the way, are ahead again, 29-28. Ang galing ng partner ko, si Butch Maniego, saving my face from being a casualty in this ballgame. Tuntua sa'yo yan ako.
Oo nga eh. Para baka sakaling padalan mo ko ng panga.
Pangako, tatalsik dahil doon sa bola. Compton, his pass, natamaan yung paa ni Arnold Gamboa. And it will stay with the Metrostars.
And suddenly there's a long scoring drop by Cebu, and that's something that must be addressed during this timeout.
Yes, we have a timeout. You heard it right, and we'll be right back in just a while.
She wanted. There's 7 guys. Somebody's got to sit out. I'll spin the bottle. Who's who says? You sit first. You can come in when one of us gets tired.
But I can dunk from the free throw line.
Yeah, whatever.
But when can I come in?
When one of us gets tired.
Anybody tired yet?
You drink Gatorade, you cool down, you keep playing.
But when am I gonna play?
Got it? Good.
I'm not gonna get in, am I?
I'm afraid not.
Aga mo ah. Bawi lang. Masirano ka hapon eh.
Yeah.
Oh, bakit? Kunin natin sa doktor si Lemon.
Let's work together for clean air.
From places near or far away, to places where you need to be. In comfort we'll take you on your way across the open sea. Among the best, among the first, the highest quality. Flying high, sail high, upon the open sea.
Get advanced diesel technology that burns clean, boosting engine performance. Get a clean start on power. Get the Tron Diesel Max.
Hartman, the MBA under fashion, the only undergarment made of 100% super chrome cotton.
Back there, Alex Compton was blocked on the entry. Good defense for the Cebu Gems. And they have been outscored by Manila in the last 3.5 minutes, 11-0.
At itong si Mitchell hindi nakakatanggap ng bola.
Ito na, nakatanggap na. Throws it over to the other side. Dondon Ontiveros pops off on that shot. Rebound and follow-up to Mitchell.
Well, nabatid nga natin itong si Mitchell medyo nawala sa offensive flow, but he gives the Gems back the lead.
3 out of 9 on the field goals in Cebu Gems here in the second quarter. Manila, meanwhile, is 4 out of 9. Alex Compton, drop pass, a dukol back to Alex. Nabitiwan yung bola. And now over to the other side, Stephen Padilla. Siya ang nauna, 2 Metrostars na kabantay, hinintay niya yung mga kakampi. Dondon Ontiveros, receiving it. It is back with Stephen Padilla, and he's looking at Ontiveros, telling Dondon to work his miracles now. Turnaround shot, air ball. Gilbert Demape going inside, fires one and hits it with a foul.
And he will get a foul from Mitchell as well.
Mitchell's second personal. And the Gems have 5 already.
A big shot by Demape. Ayun, nakanti sa braso.
Alex Compton going to the bench. You know, he's 1 of 8 on the field goals, Butch.
Mukhang hirap na hirap nga siya ngayon ngayong gabi ito. Talagang pinagtutunan siya ng pansin ng Cebu Gems.
Metrostars up by 2, 32-30. Alam mo, sa kabila naman, Butch, Dondon Ontiveros is 1 out of 7. Stephen Padilla over to Matt Mitchell, challenging 3 and nailing it.
At tabla na tayo sa 32 all.
Pakinggan natin ngayon si Pia Gonzalez.
Yes, Bob, now that the Manila Metrostars are back in the game, they want to continue to control the tempo by pressing at unexpected times. Right now with Matt Mitchell doing his job, the Metrostars will also have to be willing to collapse quickly in order to help their front line. Pero kailangan mabilis silang makabalik sa kanilang mga tao dahil maraming shooters ngayon sa floor. Bob, Butch, back to you.
Well, the Metrostars have been cashing in well on that pass inside, usually to Don Camaso. And Camaso scored in that instance. Stephen Padilla, meanwhile, on the other side with a three-pointer for the Gems.
So isa pang 3-point shot yun ng Cebu Gems. Pangalawa ni Padilla.
4.5 remaining in the second period. Ceasar Brown, katapat niya si Giovanni Pineda. Spins to the hoop. And he gets it done. Magbabago pa sana ako naisip.
Pero natuloy na rin.
Parang ayokong pumunta dun sa gallery.
Grabe.
Parang kumunoy pagka pumasok ka ron. Sa dami ng tao dun sa ibabaw. And we're not kidding. Padilla from outside. Short. Taken by Adukol.
Well, alam na Cebu, Padilla ang mainit na kamay sa kasalukuyan. That's why they're going to him.
Dondon Ontiveros, meanwhile, does not have such a hot hand. Coming off a 45-point performance in the previous game. Matt Mitchell with the pass inside. Gamboa scores with a foul.
At si Mitchell kasi sinusundan sa labas ng Manila Metrostars. That frees up the inside and a good bounce pass to Gamboa. Getting a good result.
Watch this dish. An assist brought to you by DHL. Every second counts.
So all Gamboa had to do in that situation was make sure he caught the ball.
And maybe make a free throw also. This is the bonus free throw on the way.
By the way, Jojo Briñez is in the ball game now, Bob.
And usually, pag siya nasa loob, si Aduko lang nakaupo. Gamboa missing that free throw. The Gems are back in the driver's seat, 37-36. Demape at the flank. Given isolation, everybody staying clear. Pinasa sa gilid, dito kay Fritchie Ang. Cross-court pass. Ceasar Brown for three! And a lot of pressure being applied by the Metrostars on the backcourt of the Gems outside para sa Cebu. This three-point shot earlier brought to you by PCSO.
And back to a 2-point lead for Manila dahil si Brown ay meron din sarili niyang 3-point shot.
Almonte is back in the game. Hawak niya ang bola, pinasa kay Padilla. Now Arnold Gamboa trying to work against Briñez. Backs off. Pineda from outside. Yes!
And that's what Cebu needs, some points from unexpected sources para makatulong.
First baskets of the ball game for Giovanni Pineda. The Gems have 5 team fouls and they are in the penalty. Metrostars have 1. Sasalaksak si Brown. Bumali. Mintis. Taken away by Pineda. Stephen Padilla in a hurry. Over to Almonte who wanted the ball. Baseline drive. Kicks it out to Gamboa. 2.5 remaining in the quarter. 9 seconds on the shot clock for Cebu. Here's Pineda. A little shaky on that drive. Pinasa kay Ontiveros. High looper and it goes in. That's another 3, Butch.
At ngayong umula ng 3 ay naka-abante na naman ang Cebu Gems.
43-39. Para sa taga-Sugbo, Compton. Lob pass. Backdoor play. Pinasa pa kay Camaso. Clobbered by Pineda.
Brave effort on the part of Giovanni Pineda to collide with Camaso in midair.
This is a 3-point shot brought to you by PCSO.
Tawag dyan, Rainmaker.
Oh. Rainmaker. Tinamaan yung mga ulap for that shot. Meanwhile, we have a timeout. Magbabalik po ang inyong MBA after these messages.
Other prepaid GSMs promise you low call rates, but on calls to landlines,
Calls I make most often.
they make you pay a high price.
Get real.
Even their off-peak rates are high.
That's history. So get smart.
Go for Smart Buddy. 8 pesos per minute regular calls, 4 pesos per minute gimmick hour calls, all in.
Can other prepaids beat that?
Smart Buddy prepaid GSM.
Knocks other prepaids out.
Now from Jollibee. Talanghap sarap goodness of 100% pure beef. Creamy cheese, choice mushrooms, and tasty bacon. The taste excites you bite after bite. New Jollibee Cheesy Bacon Mushroom.
Madunaw ka sa sarap.
4 identical cars, 4 identical engines. Only one uses a new breakthrough in engine oil technology. New Caltex Havoline Energy, formulated to give you fully synthetic protection. A breakthrough that lets you save fuel by up to 10%. New Caltex Havoline Energy. It goes the extra mile.
Watch out for the Celtic star player at the end of this game. Mobilite Battery, ang bateryang pangmatagalan.
Around 2 minutes to halftime. At halftime, you'll be having the Gilbeys Hometown Showdown with Ira Panganiban in Pandacan, Manila. Also, a look at our Budweiser buddies, an update, and of course the stats and the highlights with my partner Butch. At bagong lahat, Butch, batiin ko muna yung si Mr. and Mrs. Big Caridad na natali na nung Lunes. Louie and Vic, congratulations.
Miyembro sila ng ating MBA production team for ABS-CBN Sports.
Giovanni Pineda from outside, wala.
Baka sakaling makadalawa.
Well, he has a decent outside shot. Gems up by 2.
What a block!
Brown getting it from Ontiveros. And now Stephen Padilla on the front court. Don Ontiveros fires it. Yes!
At yan ang laro ng Cebu.
Parang alam mo pag may tiyempo di ba?
Oo.
Yung tiyempo. Alam ni Don Ontiveros yun on when he's going to let go of that shot. Don Camaso barreling through. Missed on that ballet move. Samantala si Adukol is back inside. Grabbed the shorts of Pineda on the way, or rather of Gamboa on the way down at pumasok yung tira niya. And we're taking a look at our nesty, most refreshing face of the day. Siya si Paula Laput. Hi, Paula.
Hi, Doc.
Kita mo? Taas ang boses niya. Meanwhile, Stephen Padilla missing it and no help from the other flank. Camaso with a running shot. Compton with a tip in.
Now Cebu has to settle down. They had the momentum already.
1 minute remaining in the quarter. Gems up by just a matchstick. Samposporo, Don Ontiveros. Tried one against Frecha. Pinasa na lang kay Pineda sa gilid. Pineda inilapit ang bola. Drop pass to Gamboa. Gets 2 bounces before falling in. Tatlo lamang ng Cebu Gems. Ceasar Brown stepping into the front court. Don Camaso. Sasalaksak na naman. And he misses that. He gets the rebound and the follow-up.
And Camaso coming to life here in the second period. 13 of his 15 points happening here.
10 seconds remaining in the quarter. 6 seconds. Don Ontiveros knows it.
He will try to weave some magic.
2 seconds. Fall away. Hindi pumasok yun. And it is the end of the second period. We are now at halftime with the Cebu Gems with a slim 1-point lead at 48-47. The features we promised you earlier are coming your way right after these few messages. Please hang on. That is low on scores but so high on intensity and passion. The Gems at the moment with a lead 48-47. It is halftime and we're looking at some cheer dancers from the Pamantasan and Lunsod ng Maynila coming into the Malon Moore Gym in full force today. And now, Butch, so far dito sa first half, sinabi nga natin, very high on intensity ang dalawang team at mukhang wala talagang gustong bumitaw. Pero some advantages have been taken. At malalaman natin yun.
Totoo yan, Bob. Grabe yung pag-dive sa mga loose ball, yung intensity sa going after yung mga shot block opportunities, yung rebound, talagang grabe. At makikita natin yung karamihan doon, mostly mga baskets, dito sa ating halftime highlights. At eto na nga, umpisahan na natin. Compton finding Adukol inside for a layup. Adukol with 4 points in the first quarter. Unsung heroes for Cebu, rising up to the occasion, Mikey Almonte, 6 points, 6 of his 8 points happening in the first quarter. Ngayon itong si Adukol showing us some of his passing skills. Naka 9 points si Demape, and there's Mitchell with a great dunk. 11 points from Mitchell in the first half. Steven Padilla umatras. Nakakuha siya ng kanyang unang 3-point shot sa first quarter yon. Don Camaso with a good lean in, and Camaso went to work in the second quarter. 13 of his 15 points happening there. At ito si Romel Adukol nakakuha ng follow-up. Adukol finishing with 10 in the first half. Mintes mula sa labas, walang problema yung kay Mitchell, who comes up with a putback. Gilbert Demape with a getaway, and draws a foul from Mitchell as well. Demape with 9 points in the first half. Arnold Gamboa nakatulong rin, naka-6 na puntos. There was a great assist by Mitchell there. Ontiveros, huli na kuminit, pero nung nakuha niya yung kanyang range, he was able to hit 2 late 3-point shots, enabling Cebu to gain a 1-point lead at the break.
Those were the highlights, some we've compiled from the first half, and a lot more about this ball game as this saga unfolds. This is Game 6 of the MBA National Finals, to be continued after this.
The Halftime Report, brought to you by Adidas.
Here's something.
Maynila, dito natin ginagawa ang Gilby's MBA Hometown Showdown. At tulad ng dati, maraming games, maraming palaro, pero especially papanoorin natin yung game ng Cebu at Manila. Game 5, nangyayari ngayon doon sa Cebu. Pero yung mga nangyayari dito, tingnan nyo po kung anong nanggaganap.
Very smooth! Suwabe! Number 1, Kaizan! Napakasarap! Kaizan, suwabe-suwabe lang. Matuwa kami kasi maraming tao sayaw.
Bueno, yan po ang ating ginawa ngayong Gilby's NBA Hometown Showdown dito sa Pandakan, Maynila. Sana po nag-enjoy kayo. Sana rin po nag-enjoy kayo dun sa Cebu Manila game. Nakakaganap lang at katatapos lang. Sa susunod po, magkikita-kita pa rin tayo. Goodbye!
Han, nandiyan sa party ha. Darating si Juan.
Si Faith.
Si Alma.
As in your ex?
Han.
Jack!
Alma.
Pa namin nahantay Dito ka.
Hi.
Unexpected moments. Ute, she uses Secret every day. It's pH balance for a woman's body chemistry. Kaya kahit dense, dry and fresh siya. Laging confident.
So, you're Jack's wife. Ang swerte ng asawa.
Halftime, 48-47. As we now come to our update on our Budweiser buddies. A look at their numbers so far. Ontiveros and Mitchell looking good for the Gems.
Samantalang si Compton naman, maganda yung depensa ng Cebu sa kanya, has clamped down on him. Ontiveros actually had a pretty lukewarm start, pero nakabawi siya sa dulo ng second quarter.
And, well, we have more coming your way. Pero pansamantala, babalik muna tayo sa ating mga home studios para sa ilang pang mga paalala. Please don't go away.
Have you tasted Gilby's? Now smoother than ever. With a unique blend of 12 natural ingredients. You should come home to Gilby's and taste the difference now.
Other prepaid GSMs promise you low call rates, but on calls to landlines,
Calls I make most often.
they make you pay a high price.
Get real.
Even their off-peak rates are high.
That's history. So get smart.
Go for Smart Buddy. 8 pesos per minute regular calls, 4 pesos per minute gimmick hour calls, all in.
Another prepaid speaker.
Smart Buddy prepaid GSM.
Knocks on the prepaids. Out.
Aga mo ah. Bawi lang. Masirano ka hapon eh. Sige.
Oh, bakit? Kunin natin sa doktor si Lemon.
Let's work together for clean air.
Ngayon, mas pinalakas at mas pinahusay na Bulkasil. Super Bulkasil. Super tapal na. Super dikit pa.
Tapal sa altero, Super Bulkasil, latero, dikit sa alulod. Super Bulkasil, karpintero, tapal sa tubo. Super Bulkasil, tubero, dikit sa floor tile. Super Bulkasil, kantero, tapal, simento. Super Bulkasil, mason. Yan ang Super Bulkasil, super tapal na, super dikit pa.
We at the Osteoporosis Society of the Philippines are asking you to join the fight against osteoporosis. Take care of your bones. See a doctor who will decide if you need
halftime score, and we're about to get underway with the third quarter, but we'll take a look at some numbers relative to the first half.
And you can see Manila really out-rebounded Cebu, halos doble, 36-19, but they threw the ball away 7 more times and did not really make full use of their team effort dahil nakadalawang assist lamang ang Manila. But there's another one.
Well, another assist for the Manila Metrostars. That seems to be an odd number. Parang kanina, ang dami ko nang nakitang assist para sa Metrostars. But we'll check into it, look into it, and give you an update later. Matt Mitchell losing the ball to Demape. Demape now going to the front court with the layup against Almonte, overshoots it.
Dahil medyo nasundo ni Mitchell mula sa likod.
Ontiveros challenges Camaso, and then drop pass, slam dunk, Matt Mitchell.
Well, Ontiveros knew it was going to be hard to get a shot off against Camaso, so naghanap siya ng tulong.
At tinulungan din niya si Mitchell dun sa pag-entra niya. Dun sa gitna, 50-49 for Cebu. Adukul to Camaso going through the middle for the finger roll.
Talagang paboritong tira ni Camaso yan, yung stretch, layup, and giving the lead back to Manila. Mukhang magsisiso muna tayo for a while.
Camaso playing big so far, 17 points, 14 rebounds. And let's listen in to Pia Gonzalez on her update for the Manila Metrostars.
Yes, Bob, at halftime, Coach Louie Alas began by telling his players na magandang effort na pinakita nila sa opensa sa first half. Pero ang problema ay parang nagtitipid sila when it comes to defense. Kailangan nilang tandaan pag nagtitipid sila, ito hindi panahon para magpahinga, kundi panahon para pagurin ng kalaban. So they have to apply the pressure and talk. Lagi niya sinasabi, ang mag-boyfriend lamang ang nagkakaintindihan sa tinginan. Kaya Kaya't dahil hindi sila magbo-boyfriend, kailangan nilang mag-usap-usap. Babots, back to you.
Gilbert Demape, namunga o namulaklak ang kanilang pag-uusap doon sa layup na yon.
How sweet naman ang report mo, Pia.
Oo nga. Gamboa, balimbale at walang pinuntahan yung bola except to the Metrostars.
And now Cebu must take heed. Baka biglang makalayo ang Manila dito sa third quarter.
Romel Aducol puts it in, and it's a 5-point lead for the Manila Metrostars.
All of a sudden, medyo nakayuko itong mga players ng Cebu.
And we wonder, at midcourt, there's Dondon Ontiveros, finds Almonte underneath, reverse, yes!
Good patience on the part of Almonte. Hintay niyang makalusot sa depensa bago siya nag-attempt and cutting the lead of Manila to 3 points.
A minute and a half gone by here in the third quarter. Gilbert Demape against Stephen Padilla. Inside also for the Metrostars, Camaso, Aducol, Compton, and De La Rosa. Demape going around the block. Hands it over to Romel Aducol, who decides to come closer with the dribble, and he travels.
Probably should have taken the shot.
Arnold Gamboa given a rest, and this assist is brought to you by DHL. Every second counts.
Great elevation, great finish by Mitchell.
Montalvo replaces Gamboa on the Gems lineup, and Mitchell going to the baseline. Iniwanan si Aducol for that difficult shot which landed.
You can see Mitchell seems to be pacing himself. Mukhang nagtitira siya ng enough for that finishing kick that we were talking about.
Demape, love pass to Aducol. Isa pa kay De La Rosa for the layup.
But Aducol drew the defense, opening things up for De La Rosa to have an easy layup.
And let's listen in now to Ira Panganiban.
Well, Bob, hindi ito yung sinasabi ni Coach Tonichi Ituri kanina sa mga bata niya nung magsimula sila doon sa dugout. Ang gusto niyo mangyari, a little more intensity. Yun nga yung sinasabi niya. Pag naglaro ito si Aducol at saka si Compton, siguraduhin nila na mawawala yung passing lane at saka yung dadaanan ni Compton o kaya ni Aducol dahil sigurado, pag nakapihit itong dalawang to, gagawa at gagawa ng puntos to. But what he likes is what White Almonte is doing to Alex Compton dahil maganda yung ginagawa niyang bantay. Kailangan ng konting intensity pa galing kay Matt Mitchell and yung scoring ni Dondon Ontiveros. Go back to you, Bob Butch.
And while you were speaking, Ira, Almonte was called for a foul on a push. Dahil si Alex Compton pumupunta rin sa loob at pinilit ni Whitey i-shove papalabas. Isang salaksak, taken away by Mitchell, sends it off to the other side. There's Padilla. Padilla against Compton with the layup. Mintis, tapik ni Aducol na punta kay De La Rosa. There's Alex, now in the front court. Alex against Dondon Ontiveros.
Ang bilis tumakbo ng oras, 4 minuto lang nakakalagpas din sa third quarter.
And again, the defense was drawn by Alex Compton. Pinasa kay Camaso, although Camaso missed the shot. 3-point lead for the Metrostars. 7 minutes and 45 remaining in the quarter. Ontiveros given a room, or clear room to shoot. Mintis, Mitchell.
Oh, he was trying to draw a foul. Oh!
Well, his face was almost taken away by Romel Aducol, and Mitchell about to approach Romel Aducol to put in some words.
And Mitchell got decked.
And if Aducol is going out on a technical because of that,
got hit on the face.
And if Aducol is going to be called for a technical, I mean he's going to be sent out because he was warned for a technical earlier.
It's going to be interesting.
Or rather, he was called for a technical earlier.
Yes, he already has one technical. That was clear. They will have to make a decision, the referee. It will not be popular here inside Mail and More.
However, and I suppose for that second motion also Mitchell will be assessed something.
He's just going to call a foul.
Is that all? Is that all?
Seems like that's the case. Also have to commend referee John Nicolas for having the presence of mind to shove Mitchell out of the way before he got to Aducol.
Well, Tonichi Ituri looks flabbergasted after that announcement.
Well, Tonichi Ituri himself already has a technical.
Well, that's for everybody out there to talk about. Meanwhile, Matt Mitchell missing that shot. Philip Lewiller shaking his head in disbelief.
Even without Adukol, it's not going to be easy for Cebu, but that would have made it, that would have made Game 7 a real possibility.
Well, it wasn't a certain thing, but
yes.
Demape now to Adukol. Natapik ang bola, taken away by Montalvo. Over to Padilla on the other side for the layup. Yes!
And Cebu ties up the score at 57. Maybe what the Gems can do is to try and get fired up by that incident.
Remember, the Gems are playing without Rob Wainwright, who's down with the flu. De La Rosa against Ontiveros. Still with these two players. Our focus, that is. 7 minutes remaining in the quarter. De La Rosa fires. Wala. Ontiveros with the rebound.
That's one thing about Ontiveros. He really is a good defender.
Ontiveros with a drop to Montalvo. Back to Don Don. Over to Mitchell against Adukol. And Romel is going to be called for it. That's his third.
And now his teammates and maybe even the coaching staff will tell Romel to start using his head a bit more.
Well, he got away with one earlier, that fast break, or this fast break. We live to deliver from FedEx. And we will hop into a timeout. We'll be back right after these.
On its own.
Watch out for the Celtics star player at the end of this game.
Mobilite battery, ang bateryang pangmatagalan.
A large crowd turned out here in support of the Metrostars and also for the Cebu Gems.
Well, ang kanyang piniling bituin para sa Paskong ito ay ang Metrostars.
Huwag nyo lang silang ilagay sa ibabaw ng Christmas tree ninyo. Tumbayan, tiyak. And Mitchell receiving that pass inside Adukol again on Matt Mitchell. Called for a foul.
That's going to be 4.
Well, Adukol is playing like a reliever now. Parang binabantayan lang niya si Mitchell. And immediately, Jojo Briñas is being tapped by Louis Alas to replace Romel Adukol.
That hook was quite clear on that replay.
Here's John Montalvo against Don Camaso. Losing the ball on the dribble, pero natapik ni Don Camaso. It stays with the Gems.
6:39 to go. We're in the third period. Game 6 of the MBA National Finals.
Of which Manila has a 3-2 lead. And we're playing the last two games here at the Mail and More Gym in San Andres, Manila.
Actually, this game and Game 7 on Saturday, if necessary. Gamboa now has to come in for Mitchell, so this is going to be a key stretch for Cebu with Mitchell off the floor.
Ontiveros with the inbound, received by Arnold Gamboa. Gamboa against Briñas, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gamboa trying to crouch, firing it, wala. Rebound taken by Don Camaso. He's been playing it big on the boards for the whole ball game so far. Demape with a high looper which goes in.
Great pull-up job by Demape. 13 points now for Demape.
Here's Don Ontiveros against Ruben De La Rosa. Given room by Gamboa, Ontiveros fires or passes it over to Padilla, who loses room at the edge, and it goes back to Manila.
Well, there's been long stretches where Padilla has been gun shy, and now he's pulled out by the Gems, replaced by Manigo. Please take a look at Tonichi Ituri and Luigi Trillo talking strategy.
Manila up by 2 at 59 to 57. Ibet Demape at the baseline, firing it, overshoots. Briñas with a reverse. And you know how much they love this guy here at the arena. Ontiveros going through the middle for the layup.
Well, it's Don Don's time to take over for Cebu.
Which I believe is quite necessary at this stretch, Butch.
Yes.
Time for the guy to assert himself. 61 to 59 for Manila.
Well, Mikey Almonte giving up his body there to stop Compton.
Well, he'll give up more than that, I assure you. And Pia Gonzalez, tell us about the Manila Metrostars now.
Yes, Bob, that last timeout was used by Coach Louis Alas to remind his boys not to look for their shots. Some players for the Metrostars like Ibet Dimape and Ruben De La Rosa have not been able to find their tempo, and so he had to use the time to buoy their spirits and remind them not to force their shots. Sabi nga, wag babawa ang kanilang kumpiyansa. Darating at darating ang tira. Bob Butch, back to you.
Maraming salamat, Pia. Samantala, by the looks of it, Whitey Almonte could not or could hardly get going.
Might have twisted something in that fall.
Had a bad landing at the baseline. And he goes to the bench. Tough break for the Cebu Gems.
And this is the first time we're seeing Jay Ramirez in this ball game.
And of course, Jay Ramirez's job is to look for Alex Compton and stop him at all costs. 5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
So Jay Ramirez is one of the all-time physiques in basketball.
Uh-oh. That's a finger in the eye.
And Compton goes down.
Well, it was quite clear as far as this angle goes. Ramirez might have been going for the ball, but that arm was way too high.
See this again. Oops. And Compton couldn't believe that there was no call.
That's right. Drop pass, Manigo, Calyao. From a baseline jumper, wala. Compton with a rebound. Compton against Ramirez. Over to Ceasar Brown. No room for him at the baseline. Ontiveros is on him. Still with Ceasar, making his move. Missing the shot, but he got a foul off the Miracle Man.
May nakakabaliktad. It's Manila that's resorting to isolation plays. Trying to use their individual strengths to operate against the Gems.
And there's that foul called on Don Ontiveros, his second in the ball game. These two teams with 3 each here in the third period. Score at the moment, 61 to 59 for the Metrostars. Ceasar Brown for 2 on the stripe. Gets the first one down.
Chuchu Serrano.
Chuchu Serrano cannot play in this series dahil siya ay merong injury sa kanyang tuhod. Ceasar Brown, second free throw goes in. He has 9 points in the ball game, and let's listen now to Ira Panganiban with an update.
Okay, si Whitey Almonte, medyo dinala sa dugout. He's not really that injured, but they want to check his they want to check his ankle dahil medyo na-twist ng konti ito. But he's fine. Medyo sinenyasan ko siya kanina kung okay siya. Sumenyas naman siya ng thumbs up. So all right lang yun. I think he's going to be back in play in a little while. What you see, si Jay Ramirez, medyo hindi nyo nakikita maglaro, magaling masyado yan. Pero yan ang isa sa pinakamagaling na motivator sa bench ng Cebu Gems. Pag tinignan nyo, pag lumalabas yung mga players sila. Bob, Butch?
Oh yes, a veteran thing, you know, is with Jay Ramirez. Yeah, he is actually a demigod there in Cebu. Base doon sa mga nilalaruan niyang liga doon dati. Of course, professional for quite a while, and Ceasar Brown nailing a jumper from the flank.
Now Ceasar Brown is catching fire, and a good steal by Dimape.
Challenging Manigo and getting the 2 points too. And the Gems have seen enough. They have a 30-second timeout in the works, and we'll be right back. San Andres, and this is Oscar Nava. He's our Master Guapo of the game. And we'd like to invite you to our Eskinol Master Skin Watch 2000. Meron free skin consultations, product testing, and a lot of interesting things will be given away by Eskinol Master on December 9 at UST, December 10 at JRC, December 13 at Malate Catholic School, and the Eskinol Master Mall Clinic will be on December 11 to 19 at Metropolis Alabang and January 6 to 12 at SM Mega Mall.
Alam ko ba si Ira?
Bibigay din natin si Ira.
Ay, pamimigay, okay.
Field goals in the third quarter, 9 out of 13 for the Metrostars, 6 out of 12 for the Gems.
So once again, field goal shooting has become pivotal in this ballgame. Brenes looks like he will be called for a foul.
That is his first personal. Brenes acting as reliever for Romela Ducol. If you just joined us, Rob Wainwright is not playing in this ballgame due to the flu. Aducol is on the bench on 4 personals.
Wonder if there's any chance Wainwright will play if there is a Game 7. Maybe Ira will ask that for us.
And Don Camaso has 14 rebounds in this ballgame so far. Mike Manigo with a jackknife.
Upo sa ere. Well, Manigo had to be settled down kasi medyo nararattle na siya nitong si Demape, both on offense and defense.
Not a pretty good scoring day for Manigo. He has just 2 points. Yung nakikita nyo lang. Meanwhile, here's Demape with a double team. Over to Camaso. At the top of the keyhole. Pinasa sa gilid. Kay Brown. He fires and it's short. Here's Dondon Ontiveros. In a rush. He backs off. At pinasa niya kay Mike Manigo. Isolation for the Gems down to Mitchell. Mitchell is double teamed. Calyao is inside. Gets it through. Edgewise.
At nailusot ni Calyao yung tira niyon. And back-to-back hits by Cebu, cutting the lead of Manila to 2.
There's a whistle as that play was about to be set up by Gilbert Demape.
Foul on Calyao.
Richard Calyao has 3 personals, and the Gems will enter penalty with the next foul. We'll be back after this timeout. We'll be right back.
At the end of this game.
And we're back at the Malin Moore Gym in San Andres, Manila. Metrostars in possession and up by 2 at the moment, 67 to 65. Alex Compton stops to shoot and hits it.
Well, Compton has been pretty quiet the whole day.
69 to 65 for the Metrostars. Compton with 8 points, and that's quiet really for Alex Compton and in the third quarter. Let's listen now to Ira Panganiban in his update para sa atin.
Okay, tinatanong mo kanina ba, kung baka kung magkaka-Game 7 makapaglaro si Rob Wainwright? Well, yes, he will be able to play if there is a Game 7. He's just nursing a flu. Yung time from today until Saturday, medyo mukhang okay na yun para gumaling siya at makapaglaro siya. Si Waldy Whitey Almonte, okay na, nakabalik na, nandito na ulit sa court. Mukhang makakabalik na sa loob. Back to you, Bob. Butch.
And Compton hoping for back-to-back baskets, could not get the second one done. 69 to 65 for Manila. Here's Manigo. Down to Matt Mitchell. Back to Mike Manigo. Pumukol mula sa malayo. Could not get it through. Ball is tapped. It goes to Alex Compton. On the front court now for the Metrostars. Shaking off Manigo. Still with Alex. Ceasar Brown telling Compton to go, go, go. Compton going to the baseline. Firing and hitting it.
Looks like Manigo is having a hard time with Alex Compton.
Yun yung 185 mph move ni Alex ng ating plug. Dondon Ontiveros with the isolation. Crossover dribble. Jump shot. Doesn't fall. Camaso takes it away.
One-handed grab by Camaso. And now Manila trying to seize control of this game.
Alex Compton has a free line for the shot, but it's short.
That would have been big.
Manila up by 6 currently at 71-65. 45 seconds remaining in the third period.
Now Cebu's trying to slow the game down. They need to get organized in offense.
Mitchell trying to get inside. Brinya shoving him off. Pinasa kay Ontiveros sa ilalim, but it goes to the baseline. Antonichi Ituri gets a couple of players inside. Stephen Padilla and Whitey Almonte are back in the fray. Ontiveros and Manigo will sit down.
Still just a 6-point lead for Manila. But this is so much different from the first half.
Gilbert Demape, drop pass to Camaso. Pero nawala si Camaso. It goes to Demape, back to Demape after a pass by Briñas, and Gilbert Demape scores. That's a 3.
18 points now for Demape.
Metrostars trying to break away here in the third quarter. It's a 9-point lead now at 74-65. We have a timeout. We'll be back.
Timeout, Cebu.
Stocks of the NBA. Mobilite Battery, ang baterya, matagalan.
7 straight points for the Metrostars at this stretch of the third quarter. Peter Martin looking on, wished he could play, but a leg injury has called him off for the series. 11 seconds remaining in the quarter. We are in the third. Remember, the Metrostars need to win just this ball game to take the national crown. Meanwhile, Mitchell is inside, and there's a foul.
And Jojo Briñas giving up only his second.
2 free throws will be given. A 1 and 1 for Matt Mitchell. With 3.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Gems trying to force a game 7 if they win this ball game. Mitchell misses the free throw. Ball goes to the baseline. Bola ng Cebu Gems.
Catch and shoot. Or maybe time for one dribble.
There's Gamboa catching it, missing the shot, but a tip in by Mitchell goes in to end this third quarter. The Manila Metrostars up at 74-67, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter of this ball game. Please stay there. This is the fourth quarter of Game 6 of a best-of-7 NBA National Finals. The Cebu Gems trying to hang on. Metrostars in a 7-2 streak towards the end of the third period, and Stephen Padilla trying to score there. But a foul was given up by Freche Ang of the Manila Metrostars.
Third quarter numbers. Cebu holding its own now against Manila in rebounds, only 9 against 8. But their shooting has soared to 47%. Manila has gotten hot sa 63%. Samantalang sa turnovers, 6 sa Cebu, 4 lamang sa Manila.
And our look at our quarter scores reveals Manila going way ahead in the third quarter.
As well as the second.
Meanwhile, Arnold Gamboa tried one against Camaso, was called for traveling. And we're looking at Sita Astal. She is a counselor, by the way, here in the city of Manila. And with her peers beside her, ang dami ring konsehal dito na nakakalat dyan sa panig ni Sita.
It's a 7-point ball game. Manila has a chance to break this game open.
Alex Compton getting away from Almonte. Drop pass. And a basket by Romela Duco plus a foul.
Camacho took charge in the second period. Demape took charge in the third for Manila. Let's see if the two superstars of the Metrostars, Aducol and Compton, will conspire for the finishing kick.
That was an excellent pick and roll play, which they just executed, and Almonte just bit into it as well as the rest of the Gems manning the paint. Manila up by 9, now 10 with that free throw by Romel Aducol. Gems at the backcourt, Pineda and Padilla. Over to the other side, there's Gamboa, Almonte, and Calyao. And it's a violation, a backcourt violation by the Gems. You're given 8 seconds to get that ball across. Kim Atienza, ibigyan natin to, counselor ng District 5. At may alam din sa sport, dati nag-anchor din siya ng sports program sa television.
Ito yan.
Gamboa replaced by Montalvo. Brown with the inbound. Here's Demape. Demape against Padilla. Given room by Aducol. There's the pick and roll. Aducol lost the ball but recovered. There's a foul given up
by Montalvo. It's very important now for Cebu is not to lose their composure, because Manila is coming on like gangbusters.
It's true. 10-point lead right now for the Manila Metrostars. And they have a 3-2 lead in the series. Demape going all the way for the layup. Surprising all the Gems inside. And now Pia Gonzalez has this for us.
Bob, Alex Compton is tired. He has lost a lot of weight in the series, and it is the first time na narinig ko siyang humingi ng extra minute of rest mula kay Coach Louie Alas. However, with him now back on court, he and the rest of the Metro Stars have to be ready to face this important final quarter by taking care of every possession and by not giving up cheap fouls. Bob, what's back to you?
Well, a missed shot by Dondon Ontiveros, and the ball is sent over to Ceasar Brown on the other side. A foul given up by Whitey Almonte. That's his fourth. And let's take a look at Ceasar Brown here on that foul. And here in the fourth quarter, the Gems already with 3 team fouls, and we're barely 2 minutes gone.
At meron tayong isang poster dito na tuwan-tuwa. Papakita natin yung poster. Meron silang suggestion kung paano uuwi ang Cebu Gems.
Well, I hope we can... Well, they can stay put with that poster at nakalabas. Ayun, nilabas na nila. Malalaman natin kung makikita natin mamaya. But in anyway, i-reveal din natin mamaya. As we see Ceasar Brown on the free throw line, hasn't missed today from the line.
And he has 12 points. A lot of those points coming during that late third quarter run by Manila. And now Cebu finds itself down by 14.
Biggest lead of the ball game for the Metro Stars and for either team, 81-67.
And you know what was missing from Cebu in the third quarter, Bob? Outside shots.
Quite noticeably, the Gems are getting into the inside more often now. And in that case, Calyao was successful. He has 4 points in the ball game. Lead down to 12. Taken away by the Gems now. Padilla with a solo layup.
And a good screen provided by Ontiveros.
4 straight points by Cebu, and the lead now down to 10.
Now Cebu needs a couple more defensive stops to come right back in this ball game.
Ball almost lost by Ibet Demape. Drop pass, Camacho with a layup. Boy, is it noisy here or what? Ira Panganiban, tell us about it.
Well, mukhang Cebu Gems are being unwired by the razzle-dazzle play nitong Manila Metro Stars. Hindi ito yung gusto mangyari kanina, ito yung Coach Tonichi Ituri. Coach Ituri has been telling them, calm down, make your play, do the games we have been practicing. Alam naman natin kung paano laruin ito. Kaya lang nararamdaman na nila yung pagkawala nitong si Rob Wainwright. Bob, Butch?
That's true, medyo naaalala na nila. Kanina nakalimutan na nila yun as they were playing big in the first half.
And they were hitting their outside shots, but now nobody seems to be willing to gamble on that.
There's Stephen Padilla who could, but he goes closer to the basket, nails it, and gets a foul too.
Foul will go against Compton. His second.
Let's watch this fast break. Brought to you by FedEx. We live to deliver.
Malinaw na snatching ang kaso na itong si Stephen Padilla. Lapit tayo sa Presinto 9 dito sa Malaki. Tabi ng Manila.
Kung gusto mo mag-aral ng snatching, maraming magte-train sa'yo rito.
The lead is down to 9.
That's a play for the Gems.
There could be just 9 minutes left in the season for the Cebu Gems and the entire NBA.
Well, Stephen Padilla was caught with an arm linked to Gilbert Demape.
Second foul on Padilla.
Konichi Ituri, we're sure he'll lose his voice after this ballgame, but tries not to. Samantala, Demape is there. Binigyan ng lugar ni Adukul. Takes a couple of dribbles before taking that jump shot. Lead back to 11 for Manila. Mitchell to Calyao. Back with Matt Mitchell now. Rondon Ontiveros. Asking for a clear out. Pinasa kay Padilla. Pukol. Wala. It goes to Alex Compton. 4 on 2. Compton lobs it to Camaso. Yes!
At hindi na makatakbo ang malalaki ng Cebu Gem.
Bakit the shadow of your smile nakalagay doon sa streamer niya si Don Camaso? 13-point lead for Manila. Mitchell trying to be a bull there in the offense. Meanwhile, we have a couple of bodies sprawled, including that of Matt Mitchell's, as that fast break was stopped. The foul was called on Dondon Ontiveros. That's his third. We'll have to applaud Matt Mitchell for his efforts in this stretch.
A good block by Romela Duple. It's war down there.
Well, it's a lot more vivid in slow motion, I tell you that. Augustus Ceasar Brown is back on the free throw line.
And you know, his arrival has been a godsend for Manila, which had looked for some more support from the bench. When Martin and Serrano went out, Brown has filled the role admirably.
Seems like a slippery spot there in front of the officials' table.
Lagi naman sa may malapit sa benches kasi pag nagta-time out, nandun pa rin yung player sa court eh. So yung pawis sila ay tumatagaktak. Ayun no?
Padilla with a slip.
Good break for Cebu that a foul was called on Demape.
Foul is third.
Actually, yun, kitang-kita, nauna yung dulas. Pero pati si Demape, hindi na dulas. Kaya tumama rin siya kay Padilla.
Malas talaga. And it is 87-74. The Gems have 7 minutes and 45 seconds to try and catch up. That's Ronnie Kahanding
of the Surigao Minor. Oh, he played for Surigao last year. Don't know about next year. This year. Last year, Cagayan de Oro.
Oh, he was assistant coach and then player for Cagayan de Oro, the Nuggets back then.
The 13-point ball game.
Remember, if the Metrostars win this, it's all over. For MBA 99, the Gems trying to force a Game 7 here in the finals. Good passing by Cebu. Ontiveros missing, however. Almonte with a rebound. Almost. But there's Gilbert Demape to spoil the party.
And now let's see. Manila is excellent with clock management and lead management.
7 minutes and 25 remaining. Demape inside. Missing that jumper. He has the rebound. Turnaround shot. Wala. Pitasan ng bola sa ere. Napunta kay Romel Adukul. Demape is back. Inside. Wala pa rin. Demape has it again.
The ball keeps finding its way into the hands of Gilbert Demape.
Is that guy born with a magnet or what?
And Demape is a bit embarrassed that he took so many shots.
Well, maganda yung angulo ng mga tira niya eh. Tsaka open naman siya. Kaya ayaw talaga pumasok. 7 minutes remaining in this ball game. Padilla to Almonte. Ontiveros at the corner. Over to Padilla again. Padilla against Alex Compton. Matt Mitchell with 5 on the shot clock. Hooks it. Wala.
And now the offense of Cebu just can't seem to generate any heat.
Metrostars spreading out on this offense, but there's Adukol and Compton at work. Compton, open lane, supalpal ni Mitchell. 2-on-2, Padilla challenges.
And fouled by Demape.
Gilbert Demape with 4 personals already. The only other Metrostar with the same output is Adukol with 4 fouls. And we have a timeout. Magbabalik po ang inyong MBA.
Cebu Pacific, good morning. Kasama, kay daling ngumiti, tumawa. Pagkapiling ang pamilya, susunduin at ihahatid. Servisyong tapat at presyong kapatid. Nandito kami, ang pamilya mong tunay, magbibigay sa'yo. Kay sayang maglipad, Cebu Pacific, kasama mo.
Come home to your family in the sky. Cebu Pacific, the low-fare, great value airline.
10, 5, 7, hello, mahal. Ang galing mo. Size 10, ha? Size 10. I miss you, anak.
Pilipinas hanggang Amerika, tawag ng puso ay isa. 10, 5, 7,
Basta collect call sa Amerika, Sprint 10517 na.
10, 5, 17, para na rin silang kapiling.
I could see Kobe needed something lucky, so I told him about my socks. You heard about my lucky socks?
Those your socks right there?
3 city championships. You know what? Here.
Oh man, now you gonna have this whole thing smelling like nachos.
He just had to have them. I'll trade you my lucky socks.
What I'm gonna do with that? You want me to hold that?
Hold it.
You sure?
Feel the luck. Championships, MVPs, you know, it's all gonna be because of my socks.
Man, the luck is all in your game and how hard you work.
Panox Jeans, a legend on its own.
This is the NBA National Finals, Game 6. Bob Navalas with Butch Maniego, Ira Panganiban, and Pia Gonzalez.
Actually, kwento na dapat natin yung poster. Actually, nakalagay doon yung parang sa Cebu Gems. Umuwi kayo ng sakay ng water lily.
I'm sure galing sa Ilog Pasig. Water lily na yun. And Steven Padilla missing a free throw.
And now everything going wrong for Cebu. And you know what I think so far was the pivotal point of this ball game was that incident in the third quarter when Mitchell and Adukol went at each other. Adukol floored Mitchell but was not ejected. That seemed to take the fight out of Cebu. Parang feeling na dapat na-thrown out si Adukol.
Matuthrown out kasi matatawagan ng technical, di ba?
Yes.
And natawagan na siya ng technical earlier on. And Adukol with a tomahawk there. Stuffed it in for a 13-point Manila lead. 6 minutes remaining in this game. Padilla to Ontiveros. Let's see what the Gems have left. Mitchell back to Ontiveros. Ibabaw, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Ball taken away by the Metrostars on a tap by Don Camaso.
Now all Manila has to do is play smart.
Compton against 2. Pasa kay Camaso. Brown back to Don Camaso. Shot clock down to 5. The Metrostars are milking the clock here. Compton fires it and it goes in. Big shot from Alex Compton. Pia Gonzalez, anong say mo?
Say ni Coach Louis Alas, deceptively simple instructions. Don't let up, keep on pounding them, Bob.
Don't let up. Yun, simple, sinabi niya. And I think that translates to a whole lot of things for the guys inside for Manila.
Basically, Cebu could not hit their shots here in the second half. The shots they were making in the first half, not falling this time.
Compton to stretch it out for the floater. Metrostars looking good at this stretch, and the Gems want a timeout. They have to discuss things. 4 minutes and 49 seconds left in this game. Mayor Lito Atienza enjoying himself, and I'm sure you are too. We'll be back for more of the MBA in a while.
Shell Velocity with Acceleron energy boosters. Lighter, easier burning for faster response, quicker acceleration. Feel the rush.
To find out if Motolite can withstand excessive vibration, we'll test it with a jackhammer. Galit yan! Yun! Sawang kita! Mensch, macht die Batterie kaputt! It's designed for the worst road conditions. Start! Matinding torture to! Aandar pa kaya yan? Let's see! Kaya pa rin imported yan? Überzeugend! Convincing daw! Motolite battery, pang matagalan.
There's a world-class refrigerator that can store more food and give instant refreshment in record time. You can even fit food items of all shapes and sizes and know they'll be kept fresh just the way you want them. It's especially designed to last a lifetime, giving you all the convenience and the elegance you deserve. Built entirely from 100% environment-friendly materials. All in the new Kelvinator. Great looks, great convenience.
Agua Vida, pure drinking water, available nationwide.
And a look at the posters.
They can feel it.
Nararamdaman na nga nila with 4 minutes and 45 remaining, but the Gems have still that much time to try and catch up, which is still very much possible, but not when Dondon Ontiveros misses those shots.
But their shooting has betrayed them here in the fourth quarter.
Look at the rebounds numbers, Butch, 10 against 2 here in the fourth quarter. In favor of the Metrostars, Compton misses. It goes to Romel Aducol after a tap.
Now, Manila will use the clock a bit more. Pineda guarding Compton now.
So there's an arm trying to block the path of Alex Compton, and Pineda gives up that foul. The strong move is brought to you by Code 45, the strong one. Camaso with that pass to Romel Aducol, who stuffed it in.
And you can see Ontiveros thought about trying to challenge, but thought the better of it.
Well, the Gems have been losing a lot of battles here in the second half, especially binanggit nga natin yung rebounds.
And this is where the final... sabi natin.
Sa water dili.
Sakit naman nun. Ito yung final point na sinasabi natin kanina, Bob. We mentioned four things. Yung foul trouble, di masyadong nag-figure in this ball game. The field goal shooting definitely abandoned Cebu in the fourth quarter. And the finishing hit, Manila showing that they know how to finish games.
That's true, and we listen in now to Ira Panganiban on this update.
Well, ganun na nga, no? Unraveled na itong opensa at saka depensa nitong Cebu Gems. Right now, yun yung sinasabi ni Coach Tonichi Ituri. Talk to each other, look for each other, help each other. Huwag yung pag nahawakan nyo yung bola, nakikita nyo na lang yung ring. Do not try to win the game alone. There are 5 of you. Play like 5 persons on the court. Bob, Butch.
And Matt Mitchell obviously spent in this ball game with an air ball. That could be a signal. That could be a signal, and Tonichi Ituri is emotionless on the bench.
I can see the disappointment actually in the eyes of Tonichi. He's come so close. But they did win the Southern Conference title. It's just that this Manila team is simply maybe one level above everybody else in the NBA.
But in this series, the Gems have come back from a 0-2 deficit to win 2 of 3 games at home, and lost the third on a double overtime at that, Butch.
Well, it might have been different if Cebu had won that game, but you know, those are ifs and buts now. Under 4 minutes to play, it's still not over. 18-point lead though is very, very hard to overcome. Not with the way Cebu is shooting, and not with the way Manila has been controlling the ball. The field, the missed shots and the rebounds going to the Metrostars. Sobra.
And rebounding numbers, total for the ball game, 56 for Manila, 29 for Cebu.
Doble.
That's the story right there. Fred Chiang on the free throw line. This is the first, so he won't get a second.
Now let's see. Probably only a hail of three-point shots can save the Gems now.
But the Gems decide to come closer. That's Giovanni Pineda with the right mind and getting that running shot off.
And now Manila's using up a lot of the clock. They're using at least 15 to 18 seconds before they take a shot.
Alex Compton. Adukul looking for his partner. There's Alex putting one up. Missing the three. The ball rolled and rolled and rolled, and it goes to Fred Chiang.
Well, Fred Chiang perhaps has the freshest leg of all the players on the hard court.
Adukul is fouled by Arnold Gamboa. That's Gamboa's fourth.
Mike Manigo will come in probably for Pineda or for Gamboa to add some more speed with 3:16 to go.
And the field marshal goes to the stripe. We don't have accurate numbers on the free throws for the whole series, but Romel Adukul has been astoundingly better from the free throw line than during the whole of last season.
Well, that was Louis Chugian, one of the team owners of the Manila Metrostars.
And he finally misses a free throw today. That's 4 out of 5 for Romel Adukul. Demape trying to ball hawk still.
Well, this is something Cebu often does. They put Manigo in there as the point guard to move Padilla to shooting guard so he can free himself for three-point shot opportunities.
Well, no celebration yet on the Manila bench. I think Louis Alas has this mindset all cleared as far as this team goes.
Hindi pa tapos ang laban. Maybe if it hits the final minute at lamang pa sila ng mahigit 10.
Pwede na sila magtatatalon.
Oo.
Alex Compton over to Ceasar Brown.
4 corners now being run by Manila.
And they're going to use the clock here. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Demape with a wiggle. Lost ball. Ontivero sends it off to Manigo. Padilla back to Manigo inside. Almost traveled there, but they gave him the shot. Gems behind by 17.
No, 13.
13 pala, sorry. Mathematics. 96 to 83.
And Cebu, you expect them to claw back. You know, 2:25 to go, still a lot of time. They can force Manila into some errors and not commit any mistakes defensively.
But if this lead goes beyond or under 10 with less than 2 minutes left, baka kaya pa. Gilbert Demape given room by Adukul. Going inside, drop pass. Camaso is fouled by Dondon Ontiveros.
Going to be the fourth on Ontiveros.
The nickname has stuck.
Yes.
The Hammer.
Massive.
Okay. And he missed that free throw. 96 to 83.
And these are the two guards who took charge today. Camaso, 15 of his 21 happening in the second quarter when Manila came back from an early 10-point deficit. And then Demape in the third, really coming up big.
And Camaso has played big in this whole series. In fact, meanwhile, Manigo.
Ontiveros knocked the ball out, actually.
So it will stay with the Metro Stars.
Matibay na yung 14-point lead na yan.
97 to 83. We're coming into the final 2 minutes of this contest.
And perhaps
the final 2 minutes is brought to you by London Dry Gin. Now in a handy junior size. London Dry Gin Junior, just right for you.
And perhaps the final 2 minutes of NBA 99.
Compton down to Camaso, to Romel Adukul against Mitchell. He puts it in. Gets a foul too. Mitchell is, well, that one doesn't count. Mitchell's foul was issued before Adukul took off.
There's a foul. And you know, kahit na nagbanggaan sila throughout the series, I think Adukol and Mitchell have a profound respect for each other, what the other can do on the court. It's a kind of, we probably can't call it friendship, but it's kind of a
Respecting.
Yes.
Respecting.
Relationship built on mutual admiration.
Well, it's a professional thing, huh?
Yes.
99 to 83. Metrostars looking good and well-headed for the crown. Ontiveros for 3. Still none there. I guess it's safe to say that Manila will win the MBA 99 championship to cap off a rousing season for this franchise. 22 straight wins, the most ever by any professional team in the Philippines, and a 26-4 regular season record.
Which will be almost impossible to match, I would think. Because I think other teams have seen the way Manila built its club, and they will follow suit. They know that, Ceasar realize that it all begins with a coach.
Oh, yeah.
And in getting Louis Alas, an excellent mentor.
And in the coach's choice of the lineup, giving him a free hand to get players
that will fit the style of his philosophy. Under a minute to play.
Well, in fact, the core of this team is still intact from last year. Dinagdagan lang ni Louis Alas ng ilang mga
Demape, I think,
key players like, for instance, Gilbert Demape, Jonathan Serrano, and Ceasar Brown further on. And the rejoicing is already in the works here. The Cebu Gems coaching staff have congratulated.
Come on, Romel, take the three-point shot.
Uh-oh. Well, if that one went in, that would have taken the attention of the fans. 23 seconds remaining. And well, in this ball game, Butch, what did it in for Cebu?
Well, I think the fact that they just missed a lot of shots, especially in the fourth quarter, I think they will just let the clock run out.
Oh, yes, they're going to do it. Well, they stopped it at 10. It's quite normal for a football game, but for a basketball game, I don't know. Tinitigil talaga nila.
Yeah.
So the photographers, yung mga kaibigan natin sa press, pinalabas muna sa court. Louis Alas, karga-karga ang kanyang anak doon. At, well, an emotional thing also for the Manila franchise. Ontiveros, Alex Compton exchanging jerseys in mid-court. That's an event, my friend. That's an event. Only goes to show how much respect these players have for each other, and these two teams have for each other as well. And the rest of the nation has only to applaud this effort by the Cebu Gems as well as the Manila Metrostars, who will take the MBA 99 trophy for the championship.
And our final score is 101 to 83. It does not show how close this game was through 3 quarters, but when Manila made its breakaway, Cebu just could not find a hoop, and that was all she wrote for the Gems. But you have to congratulate Cebu as well for a brave and great effort.
And it was a great playoffs all the way for the Cebu Gems after a shaky regular season.
Yes, it was a great playoff run by Cebu, no doubt.
Well, they had to go through the quarterfinals, of which the Metrostars did not dahil nag-qualify sila na maaga. And now, let's listen in to Pia Gonzalez, who has an interview with our Caltech star players for this game, Gilbert Demape and Don Camaso. Pia, take it away.
Yes, Bob, two very happy men, two men who helped the Manila Metrostars win the MBA 99 championship today. Gilbert Demape and Don Camaso. Don Camaso with 22 points, 18 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Don, although maganda ang nilaro mo sa regular season, dito ka talaga sa finals nag-shine. Kahit na napakahirap ng assignment mo na depensa nitong si Matt Mitchell, saan ang galing ang puso?
Sa una-una kay Lord. Papasalamat ako sa kanya kasi binigyan niya ako ng napakalaking puso para sa game na to, sa finals.
Okay, congratulations. At isa pa natin Caltech star player, si Gilbert Demape, also with 22 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Alam ng marami na Cebuano ka. Alam ng marami, Ibet, na Cebuano ka. Naging mahirap bang makalaban ang mga kababayan mo?
Well, una-una, pasalamat ako sa Lord. Lord, thank you, nabigyan namin yung championship. Siguro, sabi ni Coach sa akin nga, kailangan bumawi ako sa So game ko sa Cebu, medyo talagang masama yung laro ko. Sabi niya kung maganda yung laro ko, medyo maganda yung lahat ng mga kasama ko. Kami, for example, Romelado Col, at saka si Compton, sa Don Tomaso. Pag maganda yung laro namin apat, masyadong champion kami, may turuan yung champion.
Okay, congratulations mga Caltech star player namin. Si Gilbert Timape at si Don Tomaso.
Papatayin ko sa Cebu, sa Umapad, mama ko, lahat ng mga tunyakaw, mga Dimapi, mga Leleng, ang mga Sunggahit, ang mga Awano. Thank you sa mga suporta dyan. Thank you! Wow! Ako, binabati ko yung anak ko, si Anyan, si Clyde. Tatay ko, nanay ko dyan sa Wawen. Thank you.
Okay, Bob Butch, well, dito kayo naman.
Maraming salamat, Pia, at alam namin na dahil sa lakas ng sigawan dito, medyo hindi marinig yung ibang tanong mo ng ating mga players. But in any event, congratulations, Gilbert Timape and Don Tomaso, and of course, congratulations, Manila Metrostars, for winning the MBA 99 championship. And let's tune in now to our marker for our award ceremonies for the national finals champions, the Manila Metrostars.
1999! The final champions of the millennium of the 20th century.
At ngayon, si Pia Gonzalez muli ang ating babalikan dahil kakausapin niya ngayon ang champion coach na si Louie Alas. Pia!
Okay, Coach Louie. Medyo nagpapahinga pa to si Coach Louie. Coach, it was definitely not an easy series. Ano sa tingin mo ang naging pinakamahirap na punto sa pagkalaban ninyo sa Cebu Gems?
Siguro nung fourth game pero yung fourth game din ang naging kisa amin kasi yung series namin sa Pasig, ganun din nangyari. Yung third game namin, natambakan kami din, nakuha namin makahabol. Same thing nangyari sa series na to. We're down by 17, then nakahabol kami. So yun ang ginawa namin stepping stone para magkaroon kami ng aggressiveness sa Game 5.
Coach, hindi biro yung nagawa ninyo. First time ninyo as a pro coach, pero nabigyan nyo ng championship ang team ninyo. And with such a spectacular record, ano ang immediate plans for you and for the Metro Stars?
Sa ngayon, gusto ko munang mag-party kami ng mga players ko kasi wala pa akong immediate plans.
Okay, maraming salamat si Coach Louie Alas ng Manila Metro Stars, ang champion coach ng MBA 99. Huwag po kayong alis, magbabalik po ang MBA.
Selling luxury cigarette.
Back to the Mail and More Arena in San Andres, Manila, a sea of humanity on the floor as we take a look at the jubilant Manila Metro Stars hoisting the MBA Championship Trophy.
At sila nga ang kampiyon ng MBA for 99. Last year, a lot of people thought Manila had a good shot at winning it all. Pero kinapo sila, and they used that failure last season, Bob, I believe, to really spur themselves on to greater heights this year. At yun ang nagsilbing inspirasyon at kaya sila ay tunay na nagningning ngayong taong ito.
Of course, matatanaw natin si Romel Adocol there. They're right beside the trophy with Boise Samar, who started out the season as head coach of the Cagayan de Oro Amigos, at ngayon assistant coach si Louie Alas together with Ariel Banguardia for the Manila Metro Stars. Let's listen into our marker na merong importanteng announcement.
For a total of 50,000 pesos worth of certificates. NBA Commissioner Mon Fernandez will award the certificate.
This is for our Caltech star player of the finals.
About playoffs MVP.
Yes.
MBI Chairman Bert Lina and Manila
it's
Mayor.
a mystery to us as well kung sino yun.
The 1999 NBA Caltech star player of the finals with 256 statistical points goes to a setter, number 10, Romel Aguco.
Making adding another feather to his cap, star player of the finals.
So double siya, star player of the year and star player of the finals.
And ang mag-awards si Ramon Fernandez. Alam mo, makukuha ng star player of the finals bukod dun sa bragging rights. Gas o gift certificate for gas mula sa Caltex, 10,000 pesos worth. So Romel, pwede kang mag-drive throughout the whole Philippines for about 5 bikes.
Mga 16 na full tank yan. Depende sa sasakyan mo.
Oo. At saka may Caltex Star Mart GC pa siya. Gift certificate worth 5,000 pesos.
Well, I'm sure mamaya meron pa tayong mga interviews kaya samahan nyo kami dahil marinig natin ng tinig na inyong mga paboritong manlalaro.
Etong party ay magpapatuloy pag-arana ilang paalala mula po dito sa San Andres, Manila. Magbabalik po kami.
The 1999 MBA National Finals is brought to you by Jollibee.
Love na love ni Ceasar ang Jollibee lang hapsarap value meals. Walang katapat sa sulit at sarap. Dito sa Jollibee si Ceasar maginoo pero medyo matakang. Jollibee ating lang hapsarap. May masusulit pa ba?
Sa Jollibee, ang sarap ng bakang dahan-dahang pinalambot hanggang halos matunaw sa bibig ay nasa Maggi na. Maggi Rich Mami Noodles Beef. Ngayon, mas pinasarap. May linamnam na sa bawat langhap. At sa bawat tikim, malalaman mong wala nang mas baka pa.
Mami, ang sarap, 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 sarap.
Maggi Rich Mami Noodles Beef. Bakang pagkasarap-sarap.
Dunkin' Donuts, itong pasalubong ng bayan. Freshly made donuts, iba't ibang pagpipilian. Dunkin' Donuts, hinihintay ng buong pamilya. Basta't uwian na, huwag kalimutan na mag-Dunkin' by Dunkin' Donuts, pasalubong ng bayan.
Dunkin' Donuts, pasalubong ng bayan.
Alaksan lang na may pinagsamang galing ng dalawang pain relievers. Ang napakabisang kontrasakit ng pamamaga ay ibuprofen at ang proven safe and effective paracetamol. Isang alaksan lang, tanggal ang matinding sakit ng katawan. Alaksan, doble bisa, doble galing.
Panox Jeans, a legend on its own.
Welcome back! Ito naman si Romel Azucol, ang ating Caltex star player ng finals. Romel, napakaganda talaga ng buong season mo pero spectacular ka dito sa finals. Ano ang naging inspirasyon mo? Ano naging sikreto mo ngayon?
Siguro, unang-una, at least nagbago yung foul shot ko. At least di na ako naking tabado doon. Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Coach Boise, sa lahat ng Coach Louie, kasi sila nagbigay sa akin ng lakas para i-maintain ko tong game na to.
Ano mga plano mo para sa susunod na taon?
Siguro, ayun, magpapakondisyon uli. Kasi alam natin na by next year, magiging mabigat ang labanan doon, kaya magpapakondisyon pa ako lalo.
Okay, maraming salamat. Congratulations, Romel Azucol, ang ating Caltex star player. Kaya pinapakita niya ang kanyang inspirasyon. Ngayon naman, pagkatapos niyan, puntahan natin si Ira Panganiban. Ira!
Pia, dito sa dugout ng Manila Metrostars, ginawa si Ruben, kanina ko mo nagtatanong, saan mo kinuha yung intensity na nakuha mo kanina para mapanalunan itong championship na to?
Siyempre, ganado kami kasi unang-una nakuha din namin yung national finals. Binabati ko pala dyan sa Leyte, sa Ginadyungan, mga kapatid ko dyan, sa nanay ko. Yung mga, tol, belated happy birthday tol sa Bacolod.
Okay, si Peter Martin, ito hindi ko nakita naglaro ito, itong dalawang to eh. Itong dalawang to, sila yung na-miss yung laban. Pero how do you feel? Your teams are champions now, Chuchu.
Siyempre masaya, para sa amin to.
Okay, Peter.
Sa akin, kahit paano kasama pa rin kami dyan sa champion na to. Kasi pinaghirapan namin and we'll always be a part of it. And para kung baliwala, at least may, itong mga injury namin, may napuntahan.
May pinakihanatan. Okay. Nagsisigawan sila. Andun, inaayos kanina. Ngayon inaayos yung yung trophy. Asan na ba yung trophy? Kanina lang, yan dito. Si Alex, ayun, puntahan natin si Don Camaso. Don! Si Don Camaso. Alex Compton, of course. Alex, what can you say? You're the 1999 champions. Masaya, man. Masaya na masaya. I can't explain it. We were close last year. Great feeling. Get a little choked up. Pedro and Choo-Choo, it's for you. For you guys. They meant so much to us all year. They're hurt. We miss them. For you, Pedro. Ay, punta ko na si Don Camaso, no? Ay, si Don. Ito yung isa sa pinakamagaling na naglaro. Ito na sinasabi ko. Ano sasabi mo? Sasabi ko lang, papasalamat ako kay Lord. Binigay niya to sa akin, gift niya sa akin to this Christmas. Salamat. Saka binabati ko yung anak ko dyan, si Clyde, tatay ko, nanay ko, kasama ang kapatid ko. Thank you. Oy! Magpa-commercial muna kami. Babalik kami mamaya. Commercial muna.
Get advanced diesel technology that burns clean, boosting engine performance. Get a clean start on power. Get the Tron Diesel Max.
Sa Jollibee, may bagong hit. Jollibee Hot Dog on a Stick. Langhap-sarap na fantastic. Jollibee Hot Dog on a Stick. I-target mo na bago mawala.
The classic taste of Nescafe, the rich creaminess of coffee mate and sugar. All the goodness in one easy-to-prepare Nescafe 3-in-1.
Now it's even better because it's richer, creamier.
Nescafe 3-in-1, the best thing that happened to your office coffee break.
Richer, creamier, Nescafe 3-in-1.
I love it.
Darlington, the ultimate performance socks. Walang himulmol, the official socks of the MBA.
Okay, tuloy ang celebration natin dito sa loob ng dugout ng Manila Metrostars. Hey, A.Z. Brown, how'd you feel? You're the 1999 MBA champions.
Hey, what can I say? I feel great. It's a wonderful feeling to win a championship anytime. So I feel like the other guys. I feel excited, proud, and happy.
Kasi sabi lang kanina, walang tubig. Eto, pinanalo na kami ng tubig. You came in during the half of the season. You came in during the half of the season, and then you stepped up and you gave this guy some real good games. So what did they say about that?
I got to give it to the coaching staff. Everybody had so much confidence in me. I just needed the confidence in myself. Coach Louis, Coach Ariel, Coach Boise, Coach Ceasar, all of them. Everybody had confidence in me, and I just needed to step up and play. That's it. It's great. It's wonderful.
Okay.
Even you.
Wow! Okay, thanks. Bok, ikaw, anong pakiramdam mo ngayon?
Sarap na, kompleto na yung koleksyon ko. Lahat na champion na kami.
Nag-champion na kayo?
Lahat na liga, nakapunta na ako. Champion, lahat.
Ilan liga? Oh, eto na. Sabi ko na nga ba, eto na naman tayo eh. Wala na. Kailan tayo maliligo?
Mamaya magsasabon tayo ha.
Ano yung sinisigaw nyo kanina, USA?
Hindi, ano na yun, sa baklaran lang.
Aray ko.
Hindi, kain lang sa anak ko, si Paul sa bahay. Love you, man. Thank you ha, thanks sa prayers.
Okay. Asan na ba yung mga ibo? Anyway, basang-basa na tayo. Naligo na ako rito. Mamaya maliligo ulit ako. At si Coach Louie. Coach Louie! Coach, naku, malaki-laki ito yung bubuho sa amin ni Coach Louie. Delikado to. Coach Louie, reaction natin ngayon. You are now really the champions.
First of all,
Yun yung first of all. Yun yung first of all. Yun yung first of all. Okay, first of all, Coach.
gusto ko pa lang magpasalamat muna sa family ko. Especially kay sa kids ko, sa wife ko, saka sa mother ko, saka sa mga kapatid ko. And I would like to thank also to my coaching staff who lagi na lang silang nagpupuyat, hindi sila nakakaramdam ng pagod. At dito sa mga players ko, grabe itong mga players na to, hindi marunong sumuko. And sa owners, siyempre, para sa kanila to and sa support. Kay God.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach. Si Jun! Jun! Oh, okay, may babatiin si Coach.
Salamat nga pala sa mga kababayan ko sa Unisan Quezon, saka sa Camellia Home. Para sa inyo rin itong game na to.
Okay, Jun, ikaw! Ano, mukhang ikaw yung isa sa mga pumukpok kanina eh. How do you feel?
Masaya. Nagpapasalamat kami sa taas dahil tulong-tulong talaga yung mga players, tsaka yung mga utility, coaching staff, lahat, pati management. Papasalamat kami sa taas, tsaka sa mga tao sumuporta.
Okay. Alright. Sino pa ba? Ito! Misa! What's surprising, guys? Si Prinyas! Kanina, hindi kita madalas makita naglalaro. Pero nung maglaro ka kanina, talagang pukpok na nakayari ka pa kanina.
Oo nga kasi sabi sa akin ni Coach na talagang didibesa si Miguel ng grabe para talagang manalo rin kami. Yun lang.
Okay. Thank you, pare. Chano! Congrats! Finally you made it. Oh, you made it.
Okay, I want to thank the Lord Jesus Christ for giving us championship, and I want to thank the guys from Victory Christian Fellowship na lagi support sa amin. Sila Pastor Luther, sila Pastor Steve, lahat sa inyo, maraming salamat. And I want to thank my family and mga supporters ng Manila Metrostars.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Okay, then cheers! Galing sa Manila Metrostars! Cheers tayo! 1, 2, 3! Napabalik ang MBA pagkatapos sa commercial na to!
Wala. Papasalamat ako sa Lord. Wala siya, hindi mo namin kumuha. Yung mga supporters namin, thank you, support tayo.
Alright, magbabalik kami. Magko-commercial lang ako.
Thank you, Lord!
Love na love ni Ceasar ang Jollibee lang hapsarap value meals. Walang katapat sa sulit at sarap. Dito sa Jollibee si Ceasar maginoo pero medyo matakam. May masusulit pa ba?
Sa Jollibee?
Good morning. It sure looks like one. Breakfast. Here's the milk. Thanks. Want some for your coffee? Milk and coffee? You've never tried Coffee Mate, have you? No, it's made especially for coffee.
Only Coffee Mate makes coffee taste richer, smoother, and creamier.
Milk for cereal. Coffee Mate for coffee. See? Even my cup agrees with me.
Coffee Mate. What you put in coffee, even when there's milk around.
From places near or far away, to places where you need to be. In comfort we'll take you on your way across the open sea. Consolation lies, consolation lies. Among the best, among the first, the highest quality. Right high, still high, upon the open sea.
Habang lumalaki si baby, nagiging curious. Lahat ng gamit sinusubo. Kaya dapat lahat germ-free. Isang sanhi ng pagkalat ng germs ay basang lambing. Dahil di nito kayang pigilin ang pagkalat ng ihi at dumi. Kaya kung makalat ang germs, malapit si baby sa impeksyon. Dapat superior performing diaper. Pampers. Itong accepted ng NCNA. Masdan. Sa Pampers, kitang mas di naglilik. Mas di kumakalat ang ihi at dumi, kaya walang germs. Si baby, malayo sa sakit. Magugulat ka sa kanyang kakayahan. With Pampers, your baby is one step ahead.
best play is brought to you by Milo, the official energy drink.
Now, going to the front court with the layup against Almonte, overshoots it.
Well, medyo nasundot ni Mitchell mula sa likod.
Ontiveros challenges Camaso, hindi, drop pass, slam dunk, Matt Mitchell.
Well, Ontiveros knew it was gonna be hard to get a shot off against Camaso, so naghanap siya ng tulong.
At tinulungan din niya si Mitchell dun sa pag-entra niya. That was our Milo best play. Nangyari po yan kanina pa. At ang ating KitKat winning break is in the works. Panoorin po ninyo.
This winning break is brought to you by KitKat. Have a break, have a KitKat.
Well, alam mo ba, yung bandang dulo ng game na kumakawala na itong Manila, this is a good defensive stop by Cebu. Halos 1 second to go on the shot clock. Bumitaw si Compton, pumasok to. Hindi parang sinyalis na everything was already going right for the Manila Metrostars. Wala na silang kailangan pang gawin kasi kahit yung mga habits sila na masasabi nating alahuin na lamang ay pumapasok pa rin.
Louis Chubian amid hugs from the whole organization of the Manila Metrostars. And now we come to our Heart Effects King of the Boards award. It goes to Don Camaso.
Well, Don Camaso finishing with 19 big rebounds in this ball game. And you also have to credit his teammates. Actually, Manila really dominated the glass in this ball game. 61-31, the final tally when it comes to rebounds, and Camaso a big part of that.
And a final update on our Budweiser buddies right here.
You can see Mitchell did his job, 23 points, 13 rebounds. Also, Aduko with a double-double, 20 points and 10 rebounds. Compton, 14 points, medyo piling-pili. Ontiveros a far cry from his 45-point performance the last time around, but then again, maybe too much to ask for another similar offensive explosion from the Miracle Man.
But again, congratulations to the Cebu Gems for a wonderful series, a big effort, especially in this last game. At congratulations are in the works also for the whole MBA organization, especially the board, at the commissioner's office, and everybody who works around the MBA. At syempre, yung broadcast group.
Yes, the production staff, especially the engineering group. We would not be on the air without their efforts. Of course, yung ating satellite group na nag-beam from all across the country. And of course, to all of you there watching the NBA, thank you very much for 2 years of great support. We promise to come back with even bigger things next season.
Oh, yung mga nangyari sa NBA 99 has surpassed all our expectations, and it is a very encouraging event, a very encouraging development that we've been through going through this whole second season of the NBA. At napakalaki po yan.
Salamat din mula sa amin, of course, yung mga interviewers namin, sila Bobby, Alex,
sige nga.
Bobby, Alex,
si Ria, si Lexi,
Pia.
Si Pia.
May nakalimutan ka pa ba?
Meron pa si Ira.
Ira and Dean, of course. And of course, our fellow panelists, of course, in behalf of Danny Francisco, si Bobby, and si Nico,
si Freddie Webb.
Freddie Webb, Seth Sarmento, of course, yung aking kumpare, na ilang taon ko na rin kasama.
Oo, at of course, si Butch Maniego, si Bob Navales narito. And of course, Mr. Rolly Cruz, the guy in charge of the whole broadcast group. Sir, saludo po kami sa inyo. Pagpatuloy po natin ito, mukhang maganda. Sabi nga nila sa labas. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsubaybay sa NBA. Sa Butch.
Yung mga director natin, Al Neri,
si Direk Benny Rivera, at si
Jude De Los Santos. Okay.
Tama na ba?
Tama na. Kasi yung ibang pangalan makikita nyo naman maya-maya.
Oh, sa credits po yan. Again, thank you to you, our viewers, for your support of the NBA. And until next season, ngayon, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye!
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you have the time of your life.
The NBA National Finals was brought to you by Jollibee in cooperation with Milo and Smarts.